Great. So becoming rich and famous using Leo in our chart. Leo in astrology is the zodiac sign that represents fame, royalty, and grace. When we use the Leo house placements or degrees, we are connecting with our own soul. The soul or soul in astrology is represented by the sun sign, which helps us attract our desires. So what I'd like all of you to do is write down in the chat, how much money do you desire every single month? Don't guess, just say it. How much do you want to blow? How much do you want to go use for vacations? How much will help you pay all your bills and still make you, allow you to do whatever you want? Type that in the chat. And if you don't know, guess. 300K, 20K, 20K, 30K, 50K, 10K a month, perfect. 25, cool, perfect. 100,000, perfect. 60K, beautiful. So when you're making a desire, this is the first step. When you're manifesting, you gotta have a goal, and then you also wanna make sure that you're taking steps towards it, okay? Many people have yet to find their soul's true purpose because they ignore their inner child. Ignoring the inner child is one of the worst things you can do with the Leo placement, because Leo represents children. The sun card represents children, and children are life. Every one of us is a child. And if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing with yourself, I'm going to give you the cheat code right now. The cheat code is, what did you want when you were 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? That is what you still want. You just forgot, or someone told you you couldn't have it, or you got distracted by video games, or by eating, or by people, or you thought that you wanted to help people and you just completely forgot about yourself. So go ahead and type in the chat what you wanted to be when you were a child. That's more than likely still in alignment with you today, okay? I see singer, actor, artist. Oh, assassin, okay, I see you. Okay, a witch, okay. You want to be in the mud, okay, I feel it. Bet. A teacher, beautiful. Fashion designer, astronaut, beautiful. Designer, a witch, an artist. OBGYN, okay, me too, no cap. A roots woman, I have not seen anyone, I have rarely see people that even know what that means. That's cool. In the WNBA, beautiful. Perfect. So when we're working with our inner child, it's so important to, true inner child healing comes through expressing, playing, and being genuinely seen. I don't know if any of you knew this, but I am an introvert. Excuse me. I have PTSD. I have ADHD. I'm not that consistent. If you really look at my content, I'm not that consistent. If you really look at me, I want to really humanize myself because I need to show you the process. When we are figuring out what we want to do and how to do it, we have to accept our flaws. That is a huge piece of using Leo. The reason why Leos are seen as arrogant or powerful or proud is because regardless of their flaws, they're going to express themselves. They're going to play, okay? And they're going to be seen, okay? And how many zodiacs do we have in our chart? You want to be a rich wife? I like that. That's fire. So everyone has 12 zodiacs in their chart, okay? That's a big deal because we can all use Leo in our chart. So introverts like myself must be seen. Otherwise, we may feel no one or few understands us. Has anyone in here not felt seen before? Have you ever been put in a situation where you didn't feel seen? Okay, right. The biggest reason why you're not feeling seen is because you're not posting on TikTok. Okay, If you don't feel seen and you're an introvert like myself, the cheat code is to post on TikTok. Why do I say that? It's because there's more people on TikTok than there are on YouTube. YouTube's been around for like 14 years. There are more people on TikTok than there are on Instagram. So if you're in your room all day swiping, or if you're one of these people who's doing yoga and healing, you're out in the mountains, you prefer nature, these are all things that you should be sharing with people, because once you do, you open up a portal into your own world, especially those of you who have Scorpio placements, who don't want anyone to see you, right? If you have Scorpio placements, posting to TikTok is better for you, because you get to choose exactly what people see, and you get to choose exactly what they hear, and you have complete control. Capricorns, you love control, right? Might as well use TikTok, because you can use how many zodiac signs in your chart, everybody? Real quick. 12. Exactly. So even if you have Leo placements, you also have Capricorn houses. You also have Pisces houses. You also have Aries houses. Okay. What's up, Laura? So the reason I bring this up is because the root of the issue that Leo solves in our chart is the solution to the problem too. If you don't feel seen, that's the issue. So how do you solve it? You have to allow yourself to be seen. Okay. That's the only way to heal your childhood trauma. A lot of people that I've read for, they'll let me know that they're doing shadow work, and they're always doing shadow work. Does anyone know what the opposite of shadow work is? Light work. Exactly. Light work is the opposite of shadow work. Did you know that to do shadow work, you need to do light work too? Perfect. Does anyone know what light work is? In one sentence or less? No? Okay, cool. I'm going to tell you. Light work is when you express how you healed or how you are healing. Shadow work is when you go inside to look at what needs to be healed. It is the same thing as yin and yang, okay? You must have the light to have the dark. If you're always doing shadow work, if you're always studying astrology, if you're always doing tarot for yourself and your friends, that's the problem. You need to do it for others. There are so many people in this world that need you, but you aren't sharing with them. And that's the problem. You could be rich and helping people, but you're still doing tarot for free for your friends who are dating terrible, terrible men. Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, let me know. Stop attacking me, leave the room. You don't have to stay. Okay, so I want to give you some permission to post on TikTok, to post on YouTube. I want to give you some permission today to pursue expressing yourself, because you need to express yourself out loud to people for your own health and success. Okay, especially if you're already a business owner. I see a lot of tarot readers and astrologers and spiritual people on TikTok, and they post memes. They post memes all day and post to their story. And I think to myself, all of that time that you're investing into Instagram and posting to your story, if you were to post the exact same message on TikTok using the viral trends and sounds, you'd have a cult following. Straight up. Someone said, what if you're an extrovert and you know you're going to be successful on TikTok, but you don't know where to start? Perfect question. So thank you, Gabby, for that question. If you are that person, I want to show you real quick how to use Leo in your chart to accomplish this. So everyone who has their chart pulled up, go ahead and look at the Leo in your chart. Okay. Leo in astrology, Leo sun, moon, Venus, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, North Node, Pluto, which no one should have a Leo Pluto, Saturn. All of these are going to be in the Leo house. How do you use Leo to express yourself and you don't know where to start, right? We got to use our inner child. So when I was first trying to use social media, when I was first trying to figure out how to get $10,000 a month, I had to ask myself the very serious question, which is, what do I need to give people? Okay. Can anyone tell me how to get money? What's the easiest way to get money? Ask for it? Wrong. Work? Wrong. Service? You're close. Give people something they want. Exactly. Give people something they want and they will give you money. It's literally the easiest thing in the world. Making money is not hard. You've just been tricked by your parents, and your parents have been tricked by others, and the country's actively tricking you. The government pays billions to trick you into working because that is what they want you to think. Now, I want you all to turn around. We're all in the cave. Let's all turn around and look at the light. The only way and the fastest way to get money is to help people get something they want. And if you want something, you usually have to pay people, right? If you want something from someone, you can ask for it, but the fastest way to get it is to pay them, right? Yes or no? Someone said my African parents. Bro, you're African too? That's crazy. I'm actually West African. My mom got me into astrology, which is weird because African people typically don't like astrology, even though we invented it. It's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. So, does anyone know what element Leo is in astrology? Because that's going to help you understand fire. Whoa, the chat is lit. Perfect. So, fire in astrology. What does fire do in astrology? What does fire do for us as human beings? It encourages, it inspires. Perfect. So, the fastest way to get money is to give someone something. Using Leo, you have to inspire and encourage them. So maybe some of you have seen for the last 2 weeks, 14 days, I've been inspiring you and encouraging you to come to class so I can teach you astrology, because I can't teach you in 7-second videos and actually have you retain the information. I've tried. I've done it for a year. It hasn't been working very quickly. So having this space here is important because when we share what we want with people, our desires, and we inspire and encourage them to be with us or to help us, this is how we attract money. A lot of people attempt to work for money because it's convenient. Money should never be something that you work for. It should be something that you attract. How do you attract it? By inspiring and encouraging other people. Does anyone know what a modality is in astrology? Modality. Cool. Someone said no. A modality in astrology represents what a zodiac sign does and how it does it. So there's 3 different modalities. One is called cardinal, which is for leaders. So you'll see Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, and Libras are all cardinal because they lead. A lot of people say Libras can't make decisions. This is false. They can't make decisions if they don't have all the information. Once a Libra has all the information, they can make a decision, right? If a Libra knows all the restaurants in a city, they're going to know exactly what they want to eat. If they don't know all the restaurants, they're going to ask you to pick, right? My Libra rising husband determines that is a lie. I'm screaming. So what is the next modality? Fixed. Fixed modalities are consistent. What else? Can someone type in the chat? What else is a fixed zodiac sign? And fixed zodiac signs, by the way, are Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. They follow through. Perfect. So for those of you who are hella inconsistent, you got to use the fixed signs in your chart. Because how many zodiac signs are in your chart? 12. Yeah, right. Crazy. Okay, cool. So we have 12 zodiacs in our chart. The fixed ones, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Leo are the consistent ones. How do you get consistent? A lot of people, they see consistency incorrectly, I feel, because as a Pisces myself, I don't have very many. Here, let me show you. I don't have very many fixed. I have 3 things that are fixed, and they're like the most random 3, okay? But how do I post every single day? By practicing, okay? How do I post every single day without missing a beat? By practicing. Let me give you the biggest secret that I've ever used. And the first person who ever read my chart gave me this secret, okay? This is the fastest way to become successful. Every day, write down 5 things and do 1. If you do 2, 3, 4, okay, Superwoman, I see you. But make sure you do 1. Superman, I know you're in here. There's always like 6 dudes in my classes. It's so funny. I'm so excited for you because men who are learning astrology, I feel like we're way ahead of the curve. Way ahead of the curve. I'm very excited that you're here, by the way. So, can someone tell me what I just said? How many things do you want to write down and how many do you need to get done a day? Your therapist told you to do that? Maybe I'm a therapist. Write down 5, do 1. Is that accomplishable, everybody? Because that's how we build consistency. I'm going to tell you, I've been doing that for 5 years now, and it's literally made my life so much easier. Now, the 5 things I need to do every day that I used to worry about like 2 years ago, I do them every single day without even thinking. Because when you do 5 things, when you write down 5 things every day and you do 1, you build something called, can anyone guess what you build when you do that every single day? Consistency, habits. Exactly. A lot of you are very fucking talented, very gifted, but you have no consistency. You have no habits formed. That's literally your only problem, but it's also your solution. Every time you have a problem, it's your solution. I know a lot of you have heard me say this before. If you have a problem, that's your solution. I hear people say all the time, oh, I'm just not consistent. Okay, then get consistent. What do you mean? That's the only option, right? No structure. Build self-trust too. Exactly, Christina, you're right. The more you can trust yourself, the more you can trust your intuition. How many of you in here are intuitive? How many of you are in here have downloads? How many of you have angels? How many of you have spirit guides? Yes. So how many of you have an altar? If you do not have an altar, you need to build an altar. And I'm going to show you how to do that real quick, because this is a key piece in how we create consistency. Okay. You all need to have an altar. All right. That's just one step. I'm going to show you real quick what an altar looks like. I made this post a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to put it in the chat for you. This is what an altar looks like. Your altar should have all of these things. If you don't have space for an altar or a table for an altar, put it on the floor on a white cloth or a special cloth to you. Okay. This is important. And I really think this is a big piece about Leo that we don't talk about enough, but you need to, when I talk about how to manifest money, when I talk about all of these things, there are people in your family that had terrible habits that we need to also honor. You know, if you had alcoholic grandparents, parents, if you had people in your family that gaslit you, and if you had people in your family that just had terrible mental health, they still need love because their DNA is inside of you. And if you hate them or dislike them or blame them, you're blaming yourself. Okay. So we need to show them some love because we need to show you love. Go ahead and type 444 in the chat if that resonates with anybody. Okay. This is what we call self-love. When you have an altar, you are allowing yourself to be in tune with your soul. And your soul is everyone that you've ever met, everyone that you ever meet, and everyone who's in your family. Okay. So when I coach people, I make sure to let them know outside of what we're practicing and what we're working on, we need to get in tune with our intuition. Your chart is one piece, but a lot of people need an altar. Once you have an altar, all of those downloads, all of that information that you get becomes attainable. Once you have an altar, all of those dreams become messages. Once you have an altar, all of these intuitive premonitions that you get become exactly what you need to take the next step. Okay. So having an ancestor's pictures, I want to say one thing real quick. Do not mix the dead with the living with your altar. Okay. Keep them separate. You do not want to give the impression that they are the same. All right. What happens if you do? Fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out. Just don't do it. You want to make sure that you have a sacred space for the dead and make sure that they're getting honored on their own space. For the people that are living that you're at a distance from, you want to make sure that they have their own separate space. The reason why you don't want to mix them is because they're not mixed, right? So we don't want to give our internal universe, any kind of ideas around the dead and the alive being mixed. So you want to have fire because this will activate the fire in your chart. You want to have fire, a candle or incense on your altar. Okay. You want to have crystals on your altar. You want to have ancestors' pictures on your altar. You want to have perfume, makeup, books, purses, or anything personal that you value but don't necessarily use on the altar. Especially if you have a purse that you just don't use out, a nice small cute bag that you only use maybe twice a year, throw that on your altar because that'll attract money. Okay. You want to have vices, candies, sweets for your ancestors, because when you give them to your ancestors, you're actually giving them to yourself so that you may not need them. Okay. You also want to give food. When you eat, give a portion of your food. Has anyone ever been eating and your food fell from your spoon, fork, chopsticks, whatever you use? That's because your ancestors are hungry. Okay? If you don't feed your ancestors, who's feeding your demons? It's better that you feed them than they get fed by other things. Has anyone ever been triggered by someone? It's because that person fed your demon for you instead of you being triggered by yourself and healing. Someone else came in to do it. Okay. Yeah, you gave your power away. Exactly. I'm always dropping food. Your ancestors are hungry, Isis. Come on, girl. You got to feed them. What are you doing? Go, hold on, everyone. Isis needs to go make her altar right now. She said, I'm always dropping food, baby girl. Do you have Gemini placements? Gemini rules the hands and the mouth. Geminis can eat. People say Taurus can eat. Geminis can eat. Oh my God. Gemini sun, don't come for me. What else do you need on your altar? You need to have a plant or some kind of an earth element, okay? You also want water. Me personally, in my culture, when we make altars, it's important to have 7 cups of water. 7 represents harmony in tarot, in numerology. In astrology, 7, the 7th house, is ruled by Libra, the house that balances. Isn't that crazy? How it's all interconnected. Okay, so if you want to go as far as I do, have 7 cups of water. You also want to write down the names of your relatives. Another thing that I like to do is when I'm doing altar work, especially during Leo season, what I will do is I will write down all of the things that I want to express out of my body. Those of you who do shadow work, those of you who have trauma, the best way to heal is to write it down and talk about it. Not just to your therapist, but it's also, and this is a big thing, big topic in astrology and the spiritual community, we need to have community therapy. I think it's so, so, so important, okay? Go ahead and type in the chat 222 if you're grabbing what I'm saying. Cool. Perfect. Now I need everyone to do me a huge favor. Okay? I need everyone, please, to click on this link. This is the biggest shameless plug I've ever attempted in my life. I need you all to go follow me on Spotify. Why? Because I have a Leo Chiron and my biggest trauma is around my art. So I would really, really, really appreciate, and this is me using my Leo placements, and this is what you should do too. When you have the opportunity to express yourself, you should. Please, please, please go follow me on Spotify, y'all. Why? My music is literally, I talk about everything that most of you ask me in there. A lot of people I know use my music right now to work out, and I really appreciate that, because when you exercise, did you know when you exercise your body, you are using parts of your chart? When you exercise, she said, Drake who? I made Drake. No, I'm just kidding. That's so far. Followed. Thank you. Gratitude. Appreciate all of you. So when you make art, it's so important to share it with the world. It's so important to give it. Okay. This is how we make $3,000 to $9,000 a month, is by giving ourselves to people, helping them accomplish what they want to do. There are so many of you who are so gifted and talented, but you don't post. You don't share your gifts with people. Okay. That's the problem. And that's the solution. I'm in New York right now, by the way, and there's noises that I don't understand in this city. So I just wanted to let you know we're here together. Okay. I have this cool Airbnb, but like there's wild noises I just don't understand. I think my ancestors are like, hello. But anyways, let's finish up here with the altar. So the last thing is you need to have money and a cauldron and an incense holder. I personally do not recommend you burn money unless you're comfortable with it. I do not professionally recommend you burn money unless you have it to burn. What you can do to supplement that is you can write down dollar amounts and burn them on small, tiny little pieces of paper and put them in your cauldron and burn them. Lighting a candle and burning money are going to be the two fastest ways that you can manifest money. Okay. Why? Is because you're setting the intention, the desire around money, and then you are removing it. That is how you use I don't chase, I attract energy. The biggest thing with your spell work, ladies and gentlemen, is you need to do your spell work for 30 days. If you're if you're manifesting, don't just write your intentions down for one day. Don't just do the 3-6-9 method for a week. Don't just sit at your altar for a few days. Do it for 30 solid days. 30 days of candle burning, 30 days of burning ancestral money, 30 days of sitting at your altar, 30 days of studying how to read your own chart. Okay. Someone said I'm a bit confused. What about manifestation money? Here, let me unmute so one person can ask. Or actually, did you know you can raise your hand and I'll unmute you? If you raise your hand, I'll unmute you and you can ask questions. We'll start those now. Okay. So when you write your relatives' names on a paper book as well, you want to be sure that you take that time. What's up, Maddie?
Hey.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
We're talking about the burn. Can we burn the manifestation money?
Yes. What I like to do personally is I use oil. I use oil that has been made by my friends. It's infused with herbs. Any herbs that you really enjoy, but some of the best ones are man, there's so many, but the best ones that I like is cinnamon oil. Cinnamon oil, my God, it just slaps and it smells so good. And if you don't have cinnamon oil, cinnamon incense brings in money too. Does that answer your question, Maddie? Cool. Awesome. Who else had a question? Anyone? You can just raise your hand and I'll get back to the chat too. Cool. Perfect. So that's the big thing. And this is on my Instagram page. I try to post it every couple of weeks. What to do with the food afterwards. So when you leave food for your ancestors, what you can do is if you live in this is what my mom would do. If you make a plate of food for your ancestors after you make a plate of food for yourself, give that plate of food to somebody, a neighbor, someone, your roommate, someone. If you can't, take it outside and put it in the ground, put it in a bush, give it to the animals, give it to the ants. I live in a cold space. So when I get rid of my ancestor food, sometimes what I'll do is I'll just take it outside and leave it. And usually, you know, a squirrel or something will come and grab it. Especially, I give my ancestors a lot of fruit. I give them a lot of fruit and dried meat. So if you want to give food to your ancestors and not have to get rid of it, I recommend things like dried meat or dried fruit because it'll last a while and it won't spoil. Okay. Yeah, giving it to a tree outside of your house is really good. If you are into Orisha or you practice Santeria, you can take it to the furthest corner from your home that is facing east. This will be good. And leave the food there. How can you connect with your ancestors if you don't know them? Make an altar. I just told you. Make an altar. If you don't know them, make an altar. If you don't have pictures, make an altar and just leave the pictures out. They'll still be able to come and connect with you. Okay? What if you don't know their names? That's okay. I'm adopted, but mine still came to me. Beautiful. Yeah, Katie made an altar and her ancestors speak with her and connect with her. Katie's one of my clients, and it's just amazing how much her intuition has improved since we did the altar work. They will come to you, correct? Awesome. So what's next? We're going to talk about Leo some more, okay? Everyone has Leo in their chart because everyone has how many houses in their chart? 12. Y'all are smart as fuck. That's crazy. Y'all are genius level at this point. Okay, so every zodiac sign rules over a part of your body, all right? Leo is the upper abdomen. Virgo, classic for stomach problems, is the lower middle abdomen. Libra, hips for days, rules the midsection. So when you're looking at your chart, every part of your chart here rules a body part. Leo rules your heart and your spine, okay? So how do you activate Leo in your chart? Expressing yourself, inspiring other people, giving yourself the energy by doing what? Exercising. Exercising is the fastest way to activate your chart. I know a lot of you have seen on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, those people who just like work out and that's like their whole life. They are enlightened because they are in tune with the one thing that they own on this planet. Okay. There's no shame in wanting to obsess over your body and working on your body. Okay. And I've gone multiple times in my life where I lost a lot of weight, gained a lot of weight. At one point, I lost like 110 pounds when I was very obese. This was my early 20s. And I was just extremely unhappy. And then I changed my diet, started working out, and it really changed my life. And it's created a lot of habits that I still use today. Okay. So can anyone tell me what is one way that we can activate Leo in our chart on our body? Cardio, breathing, roller skating, working out, yoga, dancing, yoga, opening the heart, all of it, meditation, stretching the spine, yes, playing, being vulnerable, breathing exercises, exactly. There's so many ways to activate this part of our chart. When you're not feeling comfortable, when you're not feeling safe, you need to activate this part of your chart in your midsection. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do something called breath of fire real quick. We're gonna do breath of fire, and then we're gonna step into the next part of the presentation, okay? Who knows what breath of fire is? Because we're gonna raise everyone's kundalini real quick. Who doesn't know what who doesn't know what kundalini is? Okay. So I'm gonna take Nikki Nicole's questions real quick. What's up, Nikki Nicole?
Hi, I just wanted to know how to use Leo in your midhaven.
I got you. We're going to wait on that question. We got to go through some things.
Perfect.
Cool. Who else had a question? All right. So, breath of fire, we're going to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth very quickly. I want you to breathe to the bottom of your stomach. I want you to breathe into your waist. Okay? It's very, very fun. And it's very exciting. I want you to pretend like you're running, but you're not. If you're laying down, I would recommend sitting up for this part. And if you're comfortable standing up, please do. It will only help you raise your energy more. This is something that I do often when I'm feeling anxious and when I need some energy. So for those of you who find yourself depressed, anxious, nervous, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to feel, someone hurts you and you just, you're down. This is a great way to pull yourself up and out of those feelings. Up and out. Everyone type in the chat, up and out. Cool. So this is one of the fastest ways to manifest too. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll write down something and then I'll do breath of fire to activate the fire in my chart and the air in my chart because we're using air. So breathe in. In and out, just like that. Do it with me. In, out. In, out. I can see your faces, so I know if you're doing this or not. Your nose should start to burn. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. This gets rid of COVID, by the way. If you're feeling dizzy, slow down, grab some water. Feel lightheaded, you feel high, right? Isn't that crazy? You're giving a lot of oxygen to the brain. A lot of you don't breathe. Okay? I could talk about conspiracy theories all day, but I'm just going to give you the solution. We need to breathe on purpose. That's how we activate the fire and the air in our chart. We have to use our body. The only way to use our energy well is to use our body. This is so important, so critical. It allows us to be in tune with what we actually want. We have to give our brain oxygen. We have to give our brain food. Okay? A lot of people forget to breathe because they're watching something, they're listening to something, they're doing other things that is taking their attention away. So breathing is something that I'm going to be bringing a little bit more into my content. So just know that. And I'm informing you because the more you breathe, the longer you live. That's just what I heard. I could be wrong. I don't know. But that's a technique. What we just did is we activated the Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, and Libra. And if you went deep enough, the Scorpio in your chart. So you should be using breath of fire on the train, in an Uber, in class, during sex, after sex, during work, at school, wherever you want, because breathing helps you activate your energy. Breathing gives you life. Breathing is good for you, okay? Does anyone have any questions about medical astrology, which is what we just did and covered at the same time? Because it's so easy. Astrology is so easy when you do it with me. At least I try to make it easy. Jody, what's popping, Shody?
Hi,
Hello.
I want to know how to heal certain things in my body that I'm struggling with.
What are the certain things?
A
Excuse me.
blood issue, a kidney issue, a liver issue. Yeah,
Okay,
those things.
perfect. So when we're working with blood, blood is ruled by your Mars in your chart. So go and find Mars in your chart. So for example, Mars for me is in Cancer. And then what you want to do is go find Cancer and you'll see stomach and breast.
Mhm.
So where's Mars in your chart?
Hold on 1 minute.
I forgot to tell you, you're all beautiful, by the way. My bad.
Thank you. Thank you.
forgot.
You are too.
I forgot to tell all of you. I'm so sorry. Just like mad rude. That's crazy.
So Mars is in my 3rd house,
Perfect. What zodiac sign?
Virgo.
Virgo. Okay, so what it really is you have an intestine issue.
Yep. I know. I already know.
Yeah, medical astrology is scary. I could literally be a doctor, but I no, that's weird. So your intestines, what we want to do is hold on, I'm like thinking in my head. Well, first of all, you need to clear your whole stomach out. Do you fast?
I do from time to time. Right now, I'm binge eating because something great is happening for me right now. So I'm enjoying everything, but I do fast about 14 days at a time when I
Nice.
do fast.
I love that. Okay. So when we're working with medical astrology, there's something else called aromatherapy, and then there's also herb magic. So I use herbs to do magic and spells all the time. Virgo has plants that it rules. These are the plants that you want to take. And I also have another list for you too. So you want to use caraway, Caraway, dill, and mint leaves in your tea. This will help, especially the mint. Mint is like such a good herb, period. So the way I figured that out, y'all, is she said that her Mars, her blood, is in Virgo. All I did was Google Virgo herbs, literally the hardest Google search I've ever done, right? Boom, it brings up all the herbs that will help Jody. Jody, that's my shouty. What's up, baby? Hey.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
100%. And also what I would recommend is if you can find like skin cream that has some of these herbs, this will be good too.
I know how to make my own butters, so I will be doing that so I can get more in my system because skin is the largest organ. Okay.
Correct. Awesome. Thank you so much for that question.
Thank
I muted you so early. I'm so sorry. I'm rude as fuck. All right. Apologies. That won't happen again. Omni D, what's popping? Do you have a question about medical astrology?
Hold on, I'm just
What are you-
eating.
Girl, what are you chewing on? What?
There's some lobster tails.
Really?
Yeah, hold on.
You are expensive. You eating all the cancers in the chat are mad. They're like, don't eat our cousins. What's wrong with you?
Look, I'm sorry, y'all taste good, but anyway.
Yeah, what's your question?
I had a question about so you know how like when you get surgeries and things, like how is that like connected to the like when it comes to astrology? Like say if you wanted to like go get like your wisdom teeth out and
If-
like one of them is like decayed or something like that. Like how would that reflect in astrology?
If one of your teeth is what?
Decayed.
How does that
Like
reflect?
if it got a hole in it.
Yeah. So so Gemini rules the mouth specifically, but your teeth, your bones are ruled by Capricorn. Right? So in medical astrology, the 8th house is the house of surgery, of like medical things, or excuse me, diagnosis. And I believe also Virgo too. Virgo, zodiac, and notice how the M, you can't spell Virgo without Scorpio. Virgos and Scorpios, besties, because the Virgo goes inward, the Scorpio goes outward. So both of these two zodiac signs, because Scorpio rules reproductive organs and things, Virgo is the one that we're going to use because it has to do more with digestion. Where does digestion start, everybody? The mouth. Correct. So when we're using medical astrology, what you'd want to do, I should make more content about this. I just never know what to say because there's so much. But you want to focus on that part of your chart. Now, wherever you have Virgo in your chart, look at the house, and the house will tell you how to use that energy. Because if you have a hole in your teeth, is it like one that did it form over time? I think you muted yourself. I'm going to unmute you.
So it came because I ate like a lot of sweets, knowing good and damn well my fat ass ain't supposed to be eating all these sweets.
Don't talk to my friend like that. What's wrong with you?
I'm being honest. Shit. I know my ass is fat. Look, I eat everything in the damn house, okay? I know. I am owning it, okay?
I'm listening. I'm hearing you. So, okay, having a sweet tooth, I mean, that's just a habit, right? So
that's the thing. I don't even have a sweet tooth, man. That came from my daddy. As soon as he died, I started eating all the sweet shit.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is coping mechanisms. What's your sun sign?
Taurus.
Damn, folks. I need to end the whole thing. We need to end the whole presentation because Tauruses are. So, coping mechanisms for Taurus, because Taurus rules the throat, right? What you should do to work with your what I'm hearing is oral fixation. I'm not trying to diagnose you or anything. Maybe I'm wrong too. I'm very comfortable being wrong, but oral fixation, when we want to eat, sometimes we want to talk. Tauruses have a tendency, Cancers too, Virgos too, instead of talking about things, they will eat things. So I want you to be a little bit more mindful, and you're already mindful. I want you to be mindful of what you put in, because that's what you get out, right? So let's look at Taurus herbs. Mint shows up again, thyme, violet, and marshmallow, not mellow, mallow. These are things that you want to involve in your diet because these will help you digest, and these will be things that curb your appetite. When I was going through my brother's death, when I first kind of found astrology and stuff, I used pepper to curb my appetite. I would just put like a teaspoon of cayenne pepper on my tongue, and I wouldn't be hungry for like an hour or two.
Wait a minute, excuse me.
I would put a teaspoon of cayenne on my tongue to curb my appetite.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear the teaspoon part.
Yeah,
I'm about to be like, you just real spicy, huh?
I love spicy food. But that's what I would advise, at least in the meantime. Long term, though, I would definitely advise, getting involved with a coach who works with nutrition, or can at least a herbalist, because you can fix a lot of your internal things with herbs, or just creating a different type of mindset around food, for sure.
Would you have any recommendation of a
I
health
have a
coach?
few. Yes, send me a DM and I'm thinking of someone right now. Their name I will share with you in private.
Okay, but I want to make sure that they're not one of those SEBI clones, because I cannot take another alkaline motherfucker telling me that I can't eat high bird foods.
No, this person will tell you eat what you want, but they'll just give you new strategies. I appreciate your questions so much. Thank you. China, what's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm talking to you.
Same.
So my one's straightforward. I've been like a mouth breather ever since I was young. Ever since I got into astrology, that's when I found out that the breath is so important. So then I started to try force breathing through my nose, but it's just so hard because I've been breathing through my mouth since I was little, and no one told me that it was wrong. Yeah.
Where's your question?
How do I in astrology, how do I try breathe through my nose? Like, what sign rules the nose? What could I do to
The
heal?
nose? That's a great question. Let's look. I actually don't know specifically the nose. Oh, Scorpio and Aries. Makes sense. So first of all, you need to go back to what I said earlier with the write down 5 things and do 1. Include that intentional nose breathing in your list. Just do it. You have to practice. If it's something that you've been doing your whole life, there's nothing in astrology that's going to help you do it better outside of you practicing.
Oh,
Yes. Worst possible honest answer, right? Thank you for the question.
thank you.
Afeni, Bahini, Mamini, Tazini. What's up?
Hey, I just had a quick question. I wanted to know how one can use like medical astrology to heal like chronic adrenal fatigue and a recurring sacral and root chakra block.
Kegels, yoni eggs will be.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
For this, anytime you're working with, as a woman, anytime you're working with your sacral space, you could do Kegels. So just like pushing and pulling with your pelvic floor. And then when you're doing that, using breathing techniques as well. And then if you want some assistance, or if you want to make it a little bit harder or challenging, I should say, yoni eggs. Start small with your yoni eggs, and then work your way up to larger. You could use weighted yoni eggs. This will help you. Adrenal, is that Adrenal? Adrenal?
Yes.
Okay. So the kidneys in astrology is ruled by Libra. What's probably happening is that you need to have some balance in your life, right?
Right.
So we need to create balance by having a pro and con list to eating certain foods or talking to certain people or doing certain things in your life. Because Libra, again, Libra's a great decision maker when you have all the information. So anytime you get stressed, it affects your kidneys mentally. It goes down
Right.
to, so you need to make pro and con lists. This is just Libra behavior. Anytime I work with Libras, especially dominant placements, you gotta have a pro and con list to what you're doing with your life. Otherwise, you're gonna make decisions based off emotions, and that's not very healthy.
Right. Yeah, I feel like I'm in like where I'm at right now. I'm kind of like in survival mode, and I feel like, I don't know, just being here, it's kind of like giving me an outlet, because like I keep hearing people always say like there's no reason why like you're broke or like you don't have certain things or whatever, because like I'm very introverted, but it takes me a lot to warm up to people. And like once I do so, they're like, yo, like you have like so many healing components. And I always like, I'm in a space where like I'm trying to heal myself. So it's like, how can I heal other people if, you know, like I need healing myself. So
You don't need healing. I feel like you have it. Again, everyone, the more you share your healing journey with others, the better. The more you share the things that do work for you, the more your energy will stay in that space. So like when I started sharing astrology, I was able to really learn more astrology too, because people started sharing more information with me. And, you know, I got into medical astrology from my mentor and one of my coaches who really just educated me. I love all these questions. There's 13 more people. I'm gonna go to the next part of the presentation quick, and then we'll take the rest of those questions. Make sure you write them down so you don't forget, okay? So now that we've covered medical astrology and Leo in our chart, make sure that you know those breathing techniques are going to be really, really important, okay? Those breathing techniques are going to be very important for you to use, and you can Google multiple. One of my favorite though is that breath of fire that we did. It helps you raise your life force energy. Life force energy is what Kundalini means. And it's your creative energy. So whenever we activate this part of ourselves, it helps us become more confident, which is what a lot of you need. So that's what I want to see you do, is become more confident through breath work, through taking action, through expressing yourself. A lot of you, I promise you, if you go through that workbook, I think someone asked earlier, what does Leo midheaven mean? It's in the workbook I sent you, baby. It's right there, okay? Midheaven in astrology, who can tell me what it means in the chat? Career, correct. Who can tell me what Leo means? Because we talked about it, right? Expression. So what would Leo midheaven mean, everybody? Her career should be to what? Express herself. Exactly. So wherever you have Leo in your chart is where you express yourself best. Okay. I know Priestess is in here. Some of you who follow her, she is a tarot reader, Reiki practitioner, and just an all-around dope-ass Capricorn human being, minus the Capricorn. I'm just kidding. But she has a Leo rising. And this is what makes her express herself so well as a Capricorn. People always say Capricorns are non-emotional. That's a lie. They are some of the most sensitive people in the world. But depending on the rising sign, it's going to show up differently for everybody. Okay. So how do you express yourself? This is the key piece here. All right. Now, I want to show y'all one of my students who I helped express herself. Okay. And this is a major deal because the more we express ourselves, the more in alignment we become with what we're supposed to be doing. And that is just so much fun. So this is one of my students.
So we're going to sing a song for you guys. We've been practicing.
Here, I'm going to go into our DMs real quick. I want to show you something about how to express yourself, because I know a lot of you came here from TikTok. How did y'all hear about this class, by the way? I just want to see in the chat. TikTok, Instagram, IG, bet. Cool. Cool, lit. So this is Rita. This is Rita's Instagram account. Rita found me from TikTok and she let me know that she wanted some help on TikTok because I do coach people in how to grow their platform. It's a very good thing to grow your platform, especially if it's talking about something that you want to be talking about. And this is where we start to talk about how to make $3,000 to $9,000 a month. How many of you would like to be making an additional $3,000 to $9,000 a month? Okay. So this is the part that we talk about this. I want to address this because it's important. So Rita listened to everything that I said the day that we met. She started off with 110 followers the day we met, okay? She posted what we talked about. These are screenshots from her. This is our chat. She posted, she went from 110 followers to 1,015 by posting what we talked about. You can see right here, this video has 18.3K. Can everyone see that video? Perfect. She did exactly what I said, word for word. She went from 115 to 4,545. 6,014. Okay. Let me show you the video that did it. So this is Rita. This is her account on TikTok. There's a video that she posted out of the trends list that I sent her, and the video went viral. And because she did what I said, it allowed Rita to gain close to 14,000 followers in 48 hours. Okay. This is a huge deal because I can teach you how to do this also. All right. And what does Rita post about? Her life. What do you post about? What should you post about? You watching this, your life, what you care about. Okay. I scrolled past it. Where is it? Where are you? Here. Perfect. Now, pay attention to how much effort and how difficult this video is. She put the phone down and she's at the park reading. And she took a breath. That video was so hard, right? Yes or no? Everyone, Answer me. Was that video, did it look like it was challenging to make? No. Do you think you could sit at a park? Even just ignore if you have winter right now going on, just pretend it's summer. Do you think you could sit at a park and breathe on camera? Yes. So all Rita did, it's genius. She just followed what I said. She just wrote down when you realize you already took the kids to school, ran 2.5 miles, meditated, drank a liter of water, did your affirmations, had a healthy breakfast, called a loved one, planned for the day, finished reading outside, and it's only 9:29. Rita's productive, baby. That's dope. But she listened to everything I said. She placed the words away from her face, which is what I told her to do. Told her to just follow the trends list that I send out to my clients every day that they ask for it. And she also said, this last piece, the most important, follow for more inspiration. If Rita had posted this and didn't type that, she would not have gotten that 10,000 followers in 48 hours. It was actually more like 15K followers, close to, very quickly, okay? And Megan also, Megan is in here. Megan, did you get your account back? Is your account still up, Megan? Same thing has been happening with Megan's account. When I met Megan, she had under 10,000, and she's been posting and going viral more consistently, posting consistently. Why do we post 4 to 6 times a day? To practice, okay? You don't become famous and rich by I don't chase, I attract and cry in my room over a guy who doesn't care about me. That's not what happens. That's not what works. All right. The way that we attract, Heidi says, I feel attacked. China said loud. Okay. The way that we gain attention and express ourselves is by posting. All right. The way that we do what we need to do on social media is by posting and following a system, all right? If we don't have a system, that is literally the issue. So how do we do that using Leo in our chart, okay? It means to express what you care about, all right? The more you post what works, what's good, and what is in alignment with you, who you are, this is good. So for example, you know, if you want to eat lobster tails, if you eat everything in the house, all you got to do is start a mukbang TikTok, baby. If you eat and you love to eat, make videos about it. There are people in this world who will sit there and listen to you chew. I promise. It sounds crazy, but there are people, she said, leave me alone. There are people who will watch you tear that motherfucker up. On God. No lies. There are people who will watch you do ASMR videos of you organizing your house. There are people who will give, there are companies that will send you clothes just because you like wearing neon colors. But if you don't post, they can't find you. This is why using Leo in your chart is so important. So let me show you what I do. What I do is I send out trends list to my clients so that they can post. I want you to express yourself. This is literally one of my dying wishes. I will send you a trends list of videos that you should post with, and I will send you 8. All I ask is that you do 4 to 6 of them. That's it. 4 to 6 videos. And I promise you, we looked at Rita's video earlier. She went from 100 followers to 15K. And we've only known each other for 30 days. And you saw what she did. I'm gonna give you the recipe, because a lot of you say, oh, I don't know how to find trends. I don't know what to post. I'll give you the recipe. I'll hand deliver it straight from my oven to your doorstep. Okay. Can you post images? You can, but it needs to be following the trends. We'll get into technicalities in the next class, but I want to give y'all these trends and give y'all these ideas. So what I have done specifically for this class, those of you who are here today, I want to invite you into a space where we can learn how to do this together in a group. Because once you hit 10,000 followers, TikTok will put you into a category of people who are safe now, and then you can hop on the Creator Fund. I'm going to tell you straight up, the Creator Fund by itself is not going to pay you a lot of money, but I want to show you how to make up to $60 per post. I want to show you how to start running your own classes like I run classes. And I also want to show you how to attract brands and how to negotiate with them so that you can get paid to post. I just got offered $800 to post a 7-second video. Okay. I know for some people that's rent. I've been posting 4 to 6 times a day for a year. I ignored all of my old friends. I ignored my mom telling me to go get a job at McDonald's. I ignored my homeless situations, all of my exes, all of the people that came back when they saw that I was doing well. I just said, thank you for believing in me when you did. I'm really glad that, we were friends. I even have friends that are in my ex-friends that are in my comment section that I used to give free readings to. The moment I said, hey, you know what? We're talking about this ex for way too much. Would you mind paying me $15 for the reading? And they would say, no, you're my friend. Now those people are currently in my comment section telling me their big 3. It's very interesting because they didn't believe in me, but I had to believe in me. And I want you today to do the same thing for yourself, because I promise you, if you practice posting, you get better. You can't get better at driving a car by watching everyone else drive the car. Does anyone know what a backseat driver is? Okay. There's people in your life that are backseat driving your dreams. Stop letting them do that. You have to take action. The only way you can get good at driving a car is by driving the car. Okay. When I first had my first boom on TikTok, it came after a year of posting terrible tarot card videos. Okay. Awful. The readings were good. The video itself was bad. Okay. So if you have people in your life that are backseat driving your dreams, this is why you need to hop into this upcoming class. Also, for those of you who are currently readers, I highly suggest Snip Feed. They're not paying me to tell you this, by the way. I highly suggest Snip Feed because it's going to help you organize your offers. Okay. I try to have all of my clients hop on here because it is so easy. And they do take a percentage, it's 15%. I can teach you how to make that right back if you listen to everything I say. All right. There is tons of ways to get people to give you money by you giving them what they want. Especially those of you who are still hiding your tarot. There's some of you in here that know astrology better than a lot of people, and you're still doubting yourself because you think you don't know enough. Talk about the things that you do know, okay? I have a group coaching how to go viral on TikTok going on because I want to help you in a container learn how to go viral on TikTok consistently. I'm talking daily, but you have to do what I'm saying step by step. There's no reason you should be, I don't spend more than 30 minutes on TikTok. This whole year, I average 33 minutes on TikTok. And sometimes I post 12 times a day. Okay. It's not hard, but you just need someone to guide you. Okay. I want to transform 50 people's lives by teaching them step by step how to find posts, how to find creators that they can also mirror. I want to show you how to monetize your account and do group coachings, teaching people about something that you care about. And if you want to eat lobster on camera, baby, let's do it. Okay? We find the top mukbang account on TikTok, and we're going to do exactly what that person's doing, because I promise you that person is making 6 figures a month, and people are sending them food to eat. Okay? So we can create. Priestess says, I'm about to start eating pizza on my TikTok. Yes. I'm down to eat for money. Yes, right? This is how you get, a lot of people have told me, I want to get paid to exist. Do you want to get paid to exist? Yes or no? Yes. Perfect. So I'm going to put the link in the chat for you. That is actually one of my affirmations. I've been using it forever. I get paid to exist is such a good one. Oh my God. It puts you right in state with yourself. Write it in your journal. Please steal it. Credit me though. Credit me. So I get paid to exist. This offer, I'm only giving to y'all at this price. Okay. It's $199.99. It's going to be an intensive class. We are literally going to go through how to post, what to post. I'm going to give you a ton of trends, a huge list. All you have to do is trust me, because I and several of the people that I work with, we go viral every single day. So I can tell you exactly what doesn't work, what won't work, and I can tell you exactly what will. I promise you, if you listen to what I said, like Rita did, the only mistake Rita made was she didn't tell me the day it happened. Because Rita gained she gained 14,000 followers in like 48 hours. If I had known, I would have had her do that same video 4 or 5 more times. And we probably could have hit 100K, something crazy, because I've done it. I've done it. At the beginning of my account, that's what I did. But now that my account's bigger, it's a little bit harder to grow. Okay. It's a little bit more challenging. And I've had to reconstruct my own content to still make sure that I'm hitting my metrics. So what are you going to get in this class? Let's look at it. I will be teaching this exclusive group how to go viral on TikTok, how to get paid to post, and how to learn how to control your audience. There are so many people on TikTok that have massive followings, but they don't know how to do something called conversion. This is a business phrase. You can have a lot of followers and not convert. My first business coach last year, I paid this woman $7,000 in 6 months to teach me how to convert, okay? Which means when you do make a video, are you bringing people, customers, clients, friends, community into another space? So I'm going to teach you how to control an audience. I'm going to teach you how to control your audience. My first business coach that I paid for last year, she had, when I met her, 600 followers. And she was making at the time $52,000 a month. And I was like, what? You have 600 followers and you're making 50 bands? What? You're making 50 bands. How many of you have around 1,000 followers or less? How many of you have more than 1,000 followers? Right? This lady was making 50,000 with 600 followers. I was like, huh? And she was like, yeah, everything I teach you, you're going to be able to do way more because you have so many more people. But the only thing is, you just need to let me teach you how to convert. She taught me how to convert. Now I'm going to teach you how to convert because you can do this. It's not hard. It just takes practice. Okay. You practice this for 6 months and you'll be exactly where I am. You'll be exactly where she is. Even Priestess, I don't know how much she makes, but she does really well because she knows how to convert. Okay. She's extremely kind-hearted and very good at what she does. And there's a recipe to how you express yourself, especially on a platform like TikTok. So what else am I going to teach you? This class is perfect for introverts, inconsistent posters. This class is perfect for business owners. This class is perfect for people who want to be seen. Okay? Priestess just said social media is the way to go, guys. I highly recommend it. My entire life changed. Same. I think some of you heard I was homeless 2 years ago. It was really rough. Okay. And last year, people that I used to know that used to live in the apartment building that I used to stay in, they would see me and they wouldn't talk to me. Now, when they see me, they're like, what's up, TikTok famous? And I'm like, what? How did you even know? Because I showed up on their For You page. I want to show you how to show up on people's For You page. I will help you create a proven process to post that will allow you to be paid by TikTok's Creator Fund, brands and artists, and other people who need to promote their business. I've had businesses offer me $500, $300, $800 to post less than 10-second videos. And those videos took me like 3 minutes tops to edit, sometimes 1 minute. So I will say, this class is not for people who make excuses after not trying for 30 days. So if you are not willing to try for 30 days, this is not for you. Do not sign up. I do not want you in that class. Okay? If you cannot try this for 30 days, do not come. Please save your time and don't come. If you can try this for 30 days and let this work for you, I want you to come. By the end of this lecture style group coaching, you will understand the mindset that you need to grow your social media and get paid to post and get paid for being you. Okay? This will help you. All right, y'all? So go ahead and sign up. You have until, you have throughout the rest of this meeting, okay? I wanted to offer that to you quickly because I think it's important. I think it's helpful. It's changed my life. It's changed Megan's life. It's changed Rita's life. Some of my clients in here that I work with, I send them the trends. They're going viral, okay? The ones that post and do everything I say go viral, okay? I want to help you, but I cannot help you if you're not willing to try it for 30 days. Okay, I'm going to give you all the tools. I'm going to give you the trends. I'm going to teach you how to post. I'm going to hop on my phone in the Zoom call and I'm going to show you step by step the buttons, the placing, how to find content, how to mirror other people's content, all of this, okay? I'm going to keep this link up. If you go to my Instagram, and click on, this is on my TikTok and Instagram. You click on this, this is going to be the link that you click on, and it's going to be right here for you, okay? The new moon class is what we just finished. All right, so now we're going to open up the complete Q&A. I'm going to have everyone raise their hands with questions. And I'm just going to go through as many as possible. I would love to, if you could all, one sec, if you could all let me know if you have any questions about astrology, about TikTok, about what I've kind of shown you today. I'm not going to go terribly deep into detail. So I do want to set a parameter real quick. If you have a question about placements, I just gave you a guide, a workbook to go learn about it. Please do not ask me what does Mars in Leo mean. No, we don't want those questions, okay? We already have a solution for that. We can talk about asteroids. I would love if we talked about asteroids. I'm wet at the idea of talking about asteroids. Please do not ask about Leo placements, because wherever you have Leo in your chart is where you need to express yourself. How? By doing it. Okay. How do you express yourself, everyone? I just said it. How do you use Leo in your chart, everyone? By doing it, by expressing yourself, by inspiring and encouraging others, okay? That's how we attract $3,000 to $9,000, okay? Is by expressing ourselves, but we can't do it just to one person. We got to express ourselves loudly. We have to be fearless. And the only way to do that is to practice. My first 100 videos all did terrible, but I kept going. And one day I stopped talking about tarot and I did astrology and it worked. Okay, so let's dive into it. All right. So all the classes and everything are set up. I do have some other classes coming up as well. So outside of the Go Viral for TikTok group coaching, we're also going to be having a group manifestation for Pluto. Pluto return will be on 2/22/22. This is important because America itself has already shown itself changing. There are riots, there are things that are being hidden, and we need to talk about them because we need to know, where can we find the workbook I'm referring to? I just gave it to you for free, but it's also here in the link in my bio for $2.22. If you were late, now you got to pay the $2.22. All right. So also, if you are interested in learning how to market and brand yourself, I'm having an upcoming class for free, which you should all sign up for. And I'm going to be doing that with Snipfeed. So all of these classes you should be signing up for. Also, I'm going to be talking on the Pisces moon, how to manifest your intuition, your creativity, healing, and using music. We're going to be talking about those topics. By the way, if you didn't know, if you go to, if you look at the chart for the world right now, Jupiter is still in Pisces. This is a huge deal. Pisces in astrology rules over film, spirituality, intuition, video, art, music. If you have a Pisces placement, this is the perfect time. This whole year is the perfect time for you to express the fuck out of yourself. The very first video that I made about Pisces Jupiter, everyone that I met with is an artist, but they just needed help. I was able to help so many people, okay? Because when Jupiter's in Pisces, your intuition is more powerful than ever. But if you don't work with the energy, this is the problem. You gotta do art. You gotta use your intuition. You gotta do the work. You can't just do shadow work. You gotta do light work too. Light work, shadow work. Light work, shadow work. You need both. They go together, okay? Stop just doing one. Yin needs yang. All right, folks? Pisces placements. This is such a good year for you. Pisces sun, moon, midheaven, Mars. Wherever you have Pisces, Jupiter is literally exalted. Exalted meaning it is more powerful with Pisces. This is such a good time to be posting. This is such a good time to be making music. This is such a good time to be doing spell work. This is such a good time to be setting yourself up for success. Okay? But we got to have the right mindset. I see someone said it's starting off crappy. Well, this is why we got to express ourselves and inspire ourselves. When things aren't going well, you got to inspire yourself. My whole day today could have been easily ruined, but I decided to have a good day. Okay? Why? Because I'm coming to you with the energy of love and the high vibration of compassion. So let's dive into these questions. How do we inspire ourselves? I listen to YouTube videos of people that motivate me. That's what I do. I'll listen to a podcast, or I'll watch Hot High Priestess. I'll just watch her videos. Whenever I need inspiration or motivation, I'll just watch her videos. It's a vibe. Okay? Watch someone that inspires you. I love you too. Watch someone that inspires you, that helps you feel better. Okay? Pull yourself out of the dark place by using tools. Don't just rely on your For You page. Go to YouTube and find someone that you really like. Go watch my videos if you want to. Find something that inspires you specifically. Okay? When you pray, when you meditate, when you do shadow work, light work, visualizing, chanting, mirror work is one of my favorites. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I gaslight myself into success every day. Because I've been gaslit by my mom, my dad, by people in my life. Priestess says I twerk. Shake that kundalini, baby. I gaslight myself into success. If you can manipulate yourself into believing that you're not good, you can also manipulate yourself into believing that you're great. Straight up. It works. I love it. Okay. You control the narrative. Exactly. So now that I've given you all this information, I'm definitely ready to take some questions. I'm going to limit everyone to one question. If you would like me to read your chart, I don't mind, but it needs to stay under 3 minutes. Once we hit about 3 minutes, I'm going to cut you off and we're going to go to the next person. I will stay here as long as I can, but it is 10:30 where I'm at, and I would love to sleep because I have to read 18 people tomorrow. Okay. So again, if you have a simple question about what does Mars in Leo mean, what does Moon Leo mean, what does it mean when it's in this house, I gave you a course to go and study, because if you study it, you'll know what it means for you. And that's more important. Okay. So I'm going to share that in the chat one more time. It's right here. And if you'd like a chart reading, go ahead and hit the link in my bio. I'm actually going to adjust the price just for y'all. I know some of y'all would love to read with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that we can have a one-on-one meeting. So my astrology readings are usually $222 for 1 hour. What I'm going to do is I'm going to today, just for you, lower the price. Someone throw out a random number for me. Okay, I like these. So I'm going to take off. Just for today, $77. All right. I'm going to take off $77. And I'm going to show you, I'm changing the price right now. I'm going to change it to $145.55 to meet with me. Okay. And in that reading, we can do a natal chart reading. We can do a progressed chart reading. I can teach you about social media in this reading. I can teach you how to become more consistent in this reading. We're also going to do something called a law of attraction action plan. Does anyone here know what a law of attraction action plan is? It's something that I invented, and it is something I think everyone should know. So readings are now $145.55. I just hit save. Now, if you go and check, it should reflect that here also. $145.55 just for y'all. All right. Last thing, law of attraction action plan. This is the fastest way to manifest for those of you who stayed until this part here. I want to show you how I use law of attraction action plan. You're a goddess whole time. So this is a law of attraction, law of assumption, interchangeable for me, action plan, okay? So how do we get what we want? We got to use these 6 steps. What are your desires? What steps do you need to complete? People who are in charge of the steps, tasks to do daily, resources you need, and you need to measure your progress. So this is one of my current ones that I use. Okay, if I want to, and write this down because I'm going to go through it again with you in our reading. I'm going to go through it again in our classes. I always go through this because it works. Okay. You got to write down what you want. Don't tell me you don't know what you want. Okay. I don't need that Libra energy. You want money. You want love. What else do you want? How much money? What kind of love? What kind of life do you want? You have to pick. Okay. How do you pick? Look at your childhood. What did you not get as a kid? Oh, you didn't get to choose where you got to go? Great. Well, now you get to fly out wherever you want to in your plan. Okay. Freedom. Perfect. If you really don't know, how do you live? I can't believe you. If you say you don't know what you want, but you're an adult, I can't believe you, because you picked a car. You probably, if you need to take a train somewhere, you have to pick the train. Okay. You have to just pick what you want. And if you don't know, just pick something. If you end up not liking it, then you can pick something else. But you have to pick. No one can pick for you. And if you live like that, that is why you're not getting what you want, is because you're not telling anybody. What did you want as a little girl? What did you want as a little boy? What did you always want? What kind of shoes do you want? What kind of clothes do you want? What kind of food do you want? What kind of house do you want? Pick, okay? And then you put it in this first part. So for me, I traveled to 30 cities in 10 months. Very ambitious. The most important part is, what steps do I need to complete? So if I want to travel to 30 cities in 10 months, I got to have steps. What are those steps? Every 3 weeks, I make travel plans in different cities. Okay. That's how you do this. All right. Someone said, being a people pleaser, it's hard to assume an identity when you figure out you're living that way. That's a good point. At the end of the day, you still like a certain color more than another color. You still like a certain food more than another food. So if there's something that you prefer, you should always go for that thing. So I want to believe you, but I'm struggling. I can't believe that you don't know what you want. It's hard because you still wear clothes every day. So you're still picking out an outfit, right? The next piece is, what steps do you need to complete? Figuring out that is going to be the huge part. Next is, what people are in charge. This is where we get accountable, okay? So for example, if I want 10K a month selling my products and goods, I need to teach and help others by the hour, okay? Who's in charge of that? Myself, you. What tasks do I need to do daily? I need to look at my business plan and market myself to my industry. Very simple, but it has to be practical. A lot of you, who has Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo in their chart? Perfect. So for those of you who have Earth placements, you have to write things down. That's how you cast spells. That's the only way you cast spells, is by writing plans. If you're ever struggling with something, I promise you, if you make a plan, you won't stress out about it anymore. If you don't have a plan, that's the problem. Okay. So once you decide who's in charge, next you want to ask yourself, what tasks do I need to do daily? For example, look at business plan and market yourself. What resources do you need to create a platform to educate and learn and share? All three, okay? So this is how we manifest it. The last and most important step to complete it is getting reviews, testimonials, and feedback. I need all of you to give me a review. I need all of you to DM me and tell me the one thing that you learned in this class. Tell me what we made you feel, what we did. Talk about, what did you learn? What did you come in with as a problem, and now it's a solution, okay? Go ahead and shoot me a DM right now on Insta, okay? Shoot me a DM. Who wants this law of assumption example sent to them? Okay, cool. I'm gonna make it so no one can talk for a second. And now I'm gonna start taking questions. All right. Siren, what's up? Cyrene, excuse me. Okay. I'm gonna lower your hand. And I am answering questions now. Ronan, what's up?
Oh, what's going on? How are you?
I'm great. How are you feeling?
I'm fine. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna start my car. All right.
Sorry, Sonny, I heard you had called my name. I
getting
didn't. I was in the bathroom, but I'm
Just
unmute.
head to work. I'm really
Oh, Ronan, 1 second. All right, what'd you say? Who's talking? All right, let's start over. We'll stick with Ronan. All right, I'm ready.
How you doing, Sonny? You all right today?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Good. Yeah, no problem. I hope everyone is doing very well. I'm on my way to work, so if I sound like I'm a little, hustle and bustle, that's why. I had a couple of things. I did join in a little late, so forgive me if you did touch on this a little bit. It's all right if you don't answer.
I'm ready.
New mother, single mother by choice. I will hopefully be joining that group that you have on going viral on TikTok. The idea of getting on TikTok and doing those things is kind of daunting to me because I feel like I'm kind of old school. But I have like third house Leo. My moon is in my third house. My Chiron is also in my third house. And I also have Jupiter in my fifth house. So I feel like I'm really, like the recipe is perfect really for me right now, especially being a Pisces sun. So I know I really need to get on my shit. But I guess my question to you would be, bear with me. When it comes to, I'm having a hard time with my words. I'm not gonna lie to you, Sonny. I'm one of those people who have a hard time expressing myself after kind of a fall. Like I had like 2,000 followers before I started over because it was too much psychological clutter, essentially. And so now I'm back at like 100 and something followers, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is. I know that my gift is for the world, and I'm really excited to share my gift for the world to the world. But let's say, even before, even outside of TikTok, when it comes to expressing myself, because I feel like I need to kind of ramp myself up to being on social media on a regular basis. What do you recommend in terms of, I guess, that ramp up itself? I gave you my placements, but like, what do you recommend in terms of ramping myself up? Like how, as a writer, as a reader, a tarot reader, as a spiritualist, a shaman, a mirror, but also someone who sings, who draws, who writes, all of that. But I can't quite, I feel like I'm not in touch with any of those things. What do you recommend? What do you recommend in light of the placements that I told you? to help me ramp myself back up into those things. Like I'm having a hard time. I'm a single mother of a 10-month-old. I work full time. I don't co-parent or anything like that. I sit down to journal and just, nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know. You can see, you can hear how all over the place I am, even with my speech. So I'm sure maybe you have something that you can give me.
Yeah. The solution is the problem, and the problem is the solution. So your journaling needs to turn into plans. Your journaling, your journal, all the time that you're spending expressing yourself to yourself needs to turn into plans of you expressing to others. Having fire in your third house means that you need to inspire and encourage people with your voice. You're literally just choosing to not talk to people because it's convenient. It's more convenient internally, but it's actually becoming your detriment. If you can get 2,000 followers, remember my first business coach, she had just barely over 500 followers, and she was making $52,000 a month. And she used to post twice a day, and she would talk specifically to people that she wanted to talk to. Because if you're posting and you're expressing yourself to the people who are gonna exchange money for your time, you wouldn't be working.
Right.
So the calibration is, do you want to keep working and getting paid hourly? Or do you want to be able to post, which will take you a couple minutes, and be able to connect with people around the world? You have to weigh it out. Remember, the only reason why I'm coaching now is because I went homeless trying to figure this out. So I know exactly what I was doing during that time period. And to be honest, from what I'm hearing with you, if you're a shaman, your shamanism should outweigh your paycheck, because if you're helping and serving your community, they will support you. But if you're not taking that risk once a day, twice a day, while you have time, that's the problem.
Okay, I can accept that. I did do it and was completely self-sufficient for about 3 years when I was out in LA. I plan to go back to the West Coast. I'm not there anymore, but some risks I can't afford to take with a 10-month-old and raising her on my own. But I can absolutely, I can sit down and I can, get on social media for a few minutes and do something that I have been restricting myself from doing. I can do that. That's not a big ask of myself at all. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you for hearing me. I appreciate everyone else for allowing me this space. Thank you so much, Sunny.
You're super
I
welcome.
follow you very closely. I'm a big admirer of yours. I really appreciate you for expressing yourself and for giving yourself to us.
I appreciate you, and I believe in you. I know you can do it.
I sure can. Thank you so much.
Perfect. That was an amazing question. The other thing I want to say to follow up on that is, I have so many ways to help everyone. If you have any suggestions on how I can get these trends lists out too, I would like to offer it to everyone. But if there's a group of people outside of what I'm doing that is interested in getting this from me, I've sent this list out before and people will still not post. So one of the big things that can help is using the law of attraction action plan. Okay. When you have a plan to do something and you do it, that's how you create more intuition with yourself. Having an altar working with your body, doing body work and making plans, these are all the things to becoming a spiritual girl, right? Or a spiritual guy, is stepping into your power of, okay, what do I want? Okay, I deserve it. So I'm going to walk towards it. And it's going to walk towards me. And you meet halfway. But if you're not walking towards your dreams, it's hard for your dreams to walk towards you. Honestly. So when I first started posting on TikTok, like I told you, I was homeless. I was sleeping in an office and I thought I knew a lot about astrology, but apparently I didn't. So I was reading astrology books at night because it was so cold. I couldn't sleep sometimes. So I would read to cope. And I would read rising sign books. I would read midheaven books. And I would go through and read the whole thing. So finally, when I did get an apartment and I posted for a year and failed for a year again, even after I found a place, then finally, when I opened my mouth and talked about astrology, things started fucking clicking because I was expressing myself about the thing that I'd studied. Okay, that's all you got to do. And I failed for years before I got here. This was not an easy thing, but I can tell you what won't work is you not posting. Aisha, what's up?
Hi.
What's up?
Hi, Sunny. I'm
How
a
are you?
big fan. I have so many questions, but I had a question about medical astrology
For sure.
and how like trauma shows up in the body,
For sure.
and how to heal abuse or how to heal, like, for example, I have like a lot of tumors in my breasts and I don't know how to use astrology to heal that, or I don't know. I know that like cancer is like with the breast, and cancer is in my fifth house, and I don't have anything in my fifth house. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to use that.
So Cancer rules the chest and the breast, right? What we would want is something called resolvins. Have you heard of those?
No, not at all.
Okay. Resolvins are what slows like inflammation.
Okay.
So the natural way that we could approach this, I prefer natural ways to things, is we would focus on the body part that we're speaking on. So since we're talking about breast and chest and heart, what we would do is look up what are the cancer herbs. And these are all the ones that are showing up here. So more turmeric, more ginger, dong quai, burdock root, Essig tea. We want to drink a lot of tea because Cancer, which is your chest, is a water sign. So we want to drink water that is infused with roots and herbs. These are some steps that we can take. The trauma piece is coming from, are you connected with your mother?
So I am. I have a better relationship with my mom, but I didn't see her until I was like 12. Like, I'd never lived with her or anything, and I didn't see her for like 5 years, and then later like only saw her once a year. So that's kind of how it's been since. But I have a good relationship with her. But yeah.
Okay, good, perfect. So inflammation like this that's happening with tumors, you're having a growth inside of your body, right? a growth that's like, it's not necessary. So we should also look at what other areas of your life do you have growth in that is not necessarily productive to you, because your perspective and your habits are going to form your relationship with your body, and your body is going to express what it is either stressed about, happy about, excited about, sad about. When we're eating for our health, we want to look at what is it that we're consuming visually, auditorially, physically, that is affecting us. And it may not be easy to find right away, but where's your Chiron is my other question.
So I have Chiron in, let me check, give me just 1 second. So Chiron is Virgo in the 7th house, I believe.
Okay. Do you eat with other people often?
I don't, I hate it.
Okay.
I love eating alone, and I love just like being alone while I eat.
Got you. That's fine. When you were younger, did you eat what other people ate because you had to or by choice?
So yeah, my dad used to cook usually like all the food, and then sometimes I would make some, but he's vegetarian and I've been a vegetarian all my life, and now I'm like vegan, and I've been trying the alkaline diet also for like health reasons and stuff. But yeah, I've been like diets and always like a strict thing with like food.
And then my other question is, what are you doing for, you said your Chiron is in what sign again?
It's in, sorry.
You're good.
Chiron is in Virgo, and it shows up in the 7th house. 7th house. Let me just make sure.
Okay.
So yeah, it's in the 7th house.
Okay. So the 7th house, the way we approach it, so wait, if Virgo's in your 7th house, that means that Libra's in your 8th house, right? Yes.
Yeah.
So the 8th house is what has to do with like medical things, remember? Like surgeries. So when you have Libra in your 8th house and Virgo in your 7th house, the place where you're looking for balance and stability, and the place where you will, attract surgery. Libra also rules the collarbone and shares that space with Cancer, which is the chest. So what I would look into for you is using certain types of, you need to massage yourself. You need to be massaged is what I'm getting. Like there's a certain type of therapy that could help. And it's going to involve heat and steam.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the name is, but this is what's intuitively coming to me. It's like it needs to reach through your pores. Your skin needs, it's your skin that needs the attention.
Okay.
So let me look around quick. And as I find something, okay. Are these tumors in your blood vessels?
So it's fibrosis and like a whole bunch of calcifications that I have, and I also got a tumor removed like a few years ago, but it's just nonstop growing.
Have you heard of hyperthermia? Wait, what's hyperthermia? Have you heard of hyperthermia?
No.
They steam the breast.
Sorry, what was that?
Hyperthermia is a type of treatment
Oh, okay.
where they use certain temperatures around your breast because we gotta, if you can't deal with it internally, you got to deal with it externally. So hyperthermia, go and Google it. It's where they use steam to pretty much remove the tumor and basically attack it. And it's non-intrusive. I don't really like intrusive surgery stuff. But I would definitely look into that.
Okay.
And then also, I would also check your thyroids regularly if you're not already.
Yeah, I actually went to the doctor yesterday. So.
For a thyroid?
Yeah, they're gonna do some exams.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Yeah, that's showing up in both spots of those placements for you. But definitely check out hyperthermia. See how you feel about it, and then let me know what happens. I would love to hear what the results are if you decide to try it out.
Definitely.
Cool.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot.
You're welcome. Thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you. Of course. Thank you for listening. Thank you for helping. This is like amazing. I don't know what to say.
You're super welcome. Peace.
Peace.
Amanda, what's poppin'?
Hey, how are you, Sunny?
I'm great. How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm ready to manifest some real, like, spiritual wealth, not just money, but like something that gets me to where I want to be.
Facts.
So my question is, I have Uranus, Neptune, my
Who's
North.
Anus? I'm just kidding.
My North Node and Saturn all in the 5th house.
Mm.
And I'm gonna just speak in some of my desires right now. So I want to have a recycling community center that has like art studios in it, and like I got big dreams and I want to make that happen. I feel like I would like some guidance because like I'm just like I look at warehouses and they're like $2 million.
Yeah.
So it's like I make about $2,000 a month. That's not bad, but like I need to make a lot more.
Yeah. So you said you have Saturn in your 5th?
Uranus, Neptune, North Node, and Saturn in the 5th house. Saturn is in Aquarius, but Uranus, Neptune, and North Node are all in Capricorn.
Oh, okay. You need a community. You can't do it by yourself. Anytime you have Aquarius, basically Aquarius is supposed to put together like a dream team. People always say Aquariuses are detached and they don't really have emotions. Completely wrong. Aquarius only hangs out with the coolest people. So you want to, in your manifestations, you want to write down, I attracted, write it past tense because you already did it. If you keep saying you want things, you're separating yourself from them. Every time you say I need, I want, you separate yourself from the things that you actually desire. It's really like you're repelling. So say I attracted, gaslight yourself into success. Say I attracted the right people and the right team to create this environment of having a warehouse that allows me to, and then you list off the things in the past tense. And then if we're using the law of attraction, or excuse me, law of assumption action plan, you got to write down steps. Where do you meet these people? Okay. Online? Do you go to other, environmental, meetups and talk to these people? Cool. You have to put yourself in the position to meet the people that are going to help you, whether that's online or in real life. Because it's not that you can't do it, it's that we need to use your friend group and your network to leverage your dreams.
Yeah, I have like friends that are like in those positions that are interested. Like I've even met people who like do recycled art, like work, like know people that do like have like warehouses. I feel like I'm so close. But like
Keep going. The next step is to organize. Because right now, you know all these people, but are y'all in a group chat? Do y'all have a place to all go meet and, drink water together, eat food together? No? Be the person who sets that up. Because if you do, you'll create that environment internally, and then you can start to tell people, hey, I brought you all here because I have this cool idea. I just wanted to share it with you. We don't have to do anything about it today, but I just wanted to drop it in your ears that this is my dream. And I feel like all of you are great. And I want you to be a part of it in whatever way, shape, or form makes sense.
cool.
And you can do this virtually too, if that's easier.
Yeah. I feel like I have to like make a ton of money. Like
When you have a lot of Aquarius placements, you need a ton of friends, because those friends will help you get the money. Your focus is wrong right now. I'm readjusting it for a reason. Because if the money's not there and you're focused on the money, but the people are there, who has money?
right.
Okay,
Friends.
correct.
I have a lot of friends.
You have a lot of money then.
No.
Your friends have money. People have money. Money doesn't have money.
Okay.
You want something, but you have everything you need currently. And again, if you're driving into it, if you drive to a dead end and we need you to get to the highway, driving down to that dead end over and over and over again, that's not the route. The moment I stopped focusing on money and focused on how can I help my community, the community came to support me. That's why I'm telling you this. And what does the community have? Money. Focus on the people and the money will come because the people have the money.
I feel like I focus a lot on people, and I feel like that's why I don't make as much money, because I don't care as much about making money.
I understand.
But I just recently shifted into trying to focus on money. That's why I'm here.
Right. So I still want you to make your law of assumption plan to make the money, but you want to say you made it with your friends. So like I even wrote selling services, goods, and products, right? You want to write down a dollar amount. You want to write down past tense. You want to write down how you did it. And then the biggest thing is you want to write down the steps, and then you have to do them. So if you want to make more money, don't write down you want to make more money, write down how much you make or want to make. And this is how, especially if you're someone who's like just coming into money mindset abundance, start with the amount that you want and then ask yourself, how many of what do I need to do that? So for example, if I want to make 10 grand a month, I either can help 100 people for $100, or I can help 10 people for 1,000, right? And then what do I need to do? I need to tell those people that I'm helping them with that thing, for example. So we need to strategize. And again, for you, if you have a lot of friends and you need more money, you need to strategize on what can you give these people that will help them give you money. And if you're throwing parties, for example, or having meetups, You could easily charge $10 per head or seat or whatever and attract wealth in another way. But you have to strategize on how much you want, and then what do you need to give people to get it. You need to focus on the people, because the people have the money.
Okay. That sounds like a really good idea. I feel like that's something I can try. It's really hard to throw, like, I actually love throwing parties, but it's really hard in COVID times.
Fifth house Aquarius is the party thrower. That's really why I'm saying that. Because when Leo and Aquarius come together, they want everyone there, and they don't want to be the center of attention until that one moment, which is why I said, in the midst of the party, announce to everyone what you want to do, and a third or a fourth of them will come to you and say, hey, I can support you in this way, or I want to donate to you in this way. Throw a fundraiser during holidays or once a month and just bring people together and raise funds for your project. But you have to have a plan so that people can trust you to do it, because people want to give you money, but they want to know what you're going to do with it or how it's going to benefit them. Either one of those options is what's going to help people trust that you'll do it. Okay. But you got to communicate with the people who have money. And that means bringing them all together, because you never know who's trying to bless you until you tell them what you're trying to do.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I think I get like really nervous, because like people I've told have been like interested, and then like we like make plans to like go further or like plan more, and then they flake. And so that's always disheartening.
It is. It's not a reflection of you, though. It's a reflection of them. And again, it's your idea. So you have to make it very easy for people. Notice how I have this container, this group of all these people in here, right? I had to plan for weeks. I had to promote for weeks. I had to pay for everything up front and make sure that everyone felt comfortable, communicated. I had 20 people before the class started. I didn't get the link. I had to send out everyone the link. I had to do everything. Otherwise, it doesn't happen, because it's my idea. Same rules apply to you. You have to set up, it's your dream. You have to set up the whole thing. Otherwise, no one's going to show up.
Okay. Gotta do the work.
Yeah.
All that Capricorn energy.
Facts. And set up the structure, build the boat, people will hop in. If you don't build the boat, no one's going to trust that it's going to float.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's like so many different angles to do it though. Like that's the hardest part, is the focus. Like
Start with
something.
one. Start with one. Once it proves itself that it's not going to work, ditch it, or study someone who is doing what you want to do and just do that. That's the cheat code. You don't have to come up with it from scratch. You can just copy someone who has your placements or who's doing exactly what you want to do and just replicate. Don't make it hard.
That's right. I forget about that.
Yeah, there's 8.8 billion people in the world. I promise you there's 1 million people who want to do exactly what you're doing. Half of them have already done it. Replicate that person or those people.
There are people I can reach out to that I know of. I need to do that. Forget about that.
That's the top of your priority list. That was an amazing question. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sunny.
You're welcome. I appreciate you being here.
Appreciate you.
Peace. Heidi, what's up?
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, so I have the exact opposite placements as the previous lady.
Mhm.
So I have a Leo stellium in the 5th house,
Mhm.
So would I have to do the exact opposite of what she's doing? Because my 10-year plan is to eventually own my own ranch and
Nice.
kind of basically live like a self-sustaining life.
Mhm.
So would I have to do the exact opposite of what she's doing and like focus
No.
more on my natural talents?
I have Leo in the 5th house too. What you got to do is you have to promote yourself. So if you want a ranch, what are your ranch steps? See, the thing, I have this example here up because if you plug in getting a ranch, you have to put here, boom, I want a ranch. What steps do you need to do, Heidi?
To get the ranch?
Yeah.
Well, I would have to get capital first and then get land and then find people that want to buy my products because I want to end up selling meat to my local town.
Okay.
So I do have like the steps to it. I just right now I'm in the phase of like who do I talk to find capital, or in like how do I save up capital, invest like money that I have
So
into how to get.
your steps are actually reversed. You should be selling stuff to get the capital. You shouldn't be looking for the capital to sell stuff. You should sell stuff to get the capital.
Okay.
So if you want to sell meat, which that's weird, but go for it. I'm just kidding. Sell the meat so that it's something that you consistently do. Because if you're not getting the capital, and I had this problem when I was like 20, 22, when I first tried to start a business. I wanted money to I wanted people to just invest in me. But I didn't have any money. If I'm asking people to give me money and I don't have money, that's not a safe investment for the other person at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because that means that I have poor money management skills. So when they give me money, I'm just going to blow it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're saying. Now, if you were to say, oh, I have this much saved up and I've been selling for a year or two and I have 60 racks saved up, a bank is going to match you, an investor is going to match you. But if you don't have capital that has been generated from yourself, an angel investor, a bank, even a friend is going to find it hard to trust you with their money if you can't trust you with yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is why self-promotion's big, because if you sell the meat before the ranch, when you have the ranch and you sell the meat, you'll be able to do more sales because you have the ranch, not you'll be able to sell once you have the ranch. Just flip the order.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Thank you.
Great question. GG, what's poppin', baby?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm great.
Right on. Well, all right. So, kind of feel like I'm cursed. I'm a singer and like a musician and artist, and like honestly, I have too many hobbies, and it kind of makes me go crazy. But I've determined that singing is what I need to do for the world and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, I just feel like every time I try, like almost get somewhere, it just like knocks me back down. Like I almost met sorry, 1 second. No. Hey, I have your boots? No.
Who has my boots?
I don't know. Maybe
These are
Jade.
size 8.
Oh,
So that means that Jade won my boots on?
maybe.
Oh my god, they're size 10.
She lost her boots a while ago, but wait, I'm on a call, so
Okay.
it's okay. Sorry about that.
Hi, Mom.
Sorry. One of my coworkers. But yeah, I like almost met with a couple of agents and even producers, and they tell me all these things, and it's always like something that is not even their fault. Like his friend died in a tragic accident, so he had to go back to New York, and then I never like heard from them again. And it's like I'm always just so close, but for some reason it just never like actually just happens. And I was like wondering, like, is there like spiritual work I can do to like cleanse myself? Like, is this from like my family traumas? Like, I don't know. Am I cursed? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, as a fellow musician, I think one of the hardest parts about music is when you're trying to collab with people and it doesn't pan out. Yeah, the biggest thing I can say with this is you're not cursed. It's actually do you know your human design by chance?
Doing what?
Do you know what your human design is?
To create or express themselves?
Human design, I'll show you. Because you sound like a manifester. So human design, you can find it on the Jovian archive here. All you do is type in your birthday, time, location. You can just do it right now while you're on the phone instead of writing it, so I can know. But your human design is one of the things. It's like a chart, but it's slightly different. So when you're trying to create connections with people, especially in music, welcome to the industry. You know, everyone and their grandfather is a flake, not because they want to, but because things just came up, right? Every time,
exactly.
You know, I've also been in situations where I've paid people tons of money to work on a song with me, and then we'll release the song, and then something happens and we got to take down the song. This is a reminder that you need to focus on building your sound and connecting with your audience. Ultimately, that's what's going to help you as an artist get streams, get played, get listened to. Working with someone else should happen naturally. The more you're reaching out for help, the more you're using your own energy to create something that wasn't already there. And when it doesn't work, you get disappointed, and that affects your music, that affects your soul, it affects your psyche. Now you're doubting yourself, when in reality, those people not hitting you back is a reflection of them. It has nothing to do with you.
And with TikTok, because you're mostly doing like trends of like music trends, right? So how would you do your music when no one knows your music?
What I do, I put my music in my content. I just use one line from my own music, and I just put something mad relatable on the screen. And then I'll use one line. And then the thing is, though, you got to do it like 30 times. No one told me that they liked my most recent song, La Toxica, until like I posted like the 20th time. And they're like, I love this song. And I was like, no, you've heard it 10 times. That's really why you like it. And even songs on the radio, songs that get pushed on the radio, sometimes we don't even like the song. It's that it's been played so many times that we know the hook. We know the first verse. We know, I hate you, I do. Shitty of you to make me feel just like it's because it's a feeling and they trapped it into a trend. So that's what you want to do with your music, because I've been promoting my music and I've been getting way more streams since I've been doing it on TikTok, because I'm making trends to my own stuff. And you can, if you have a budget, if you have something to give people, you should be focusing on your audience who listens instead of the producer who, you know, is bad luck. Because if that person has family members and people in their life dying, you don't need to be around them, because they're not attracting good luck.
Yeah.
Right? So that is divine intervention. And if them not hitting you back either, don't even sweat it. because that person is going through a whole different trajectory than you.
Okay. I feel that. And
You
then
don't have bad luck. You got to self-promote harder.
yeah. Well, this whole thing was very inspiring, and like, because I've never really used TikTok, but obviously it's kind of a necessity in these days.
Yeah. The only reason why I don't even like TikTok, but it has the most people. And you can literally go from someone who was not seen and talked about to famous in a day, which is crazy because you can't do that on Insta, you can't do that on YouTube, you can't do it on Twitter, you can't do it anywhere.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
And the window for TikTok being organic is very small. TikTok's been out for almost 4 years now. So the longer you wait to use it, the smaller this window gets. At some point, they're going to cap off the algorithm. It's only going to be, certain people get shown to certain people, like how Instagram is now. So hop on it and get either start going harder with your promoting, or let me teach you, or find another TikTok coach, because the opportunity is wide open. But if you're not taking it, that's saying a lot more than everyone else that you're trying to collaborate with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I got a new phone with a nicer camera, so hopefully get
Let's
better
get it.
video.
Post a lot. I post every 30 minutes. The only reason why I haven't been posting this week is because the moon's over my Chiron. So I'm like a little bit, this is like the only time I've ever really felt tired from posting, but I also was trying to save my energy for this class. So, find excuses to post. You're bored? Great. Post your song, post your favorite line, post the relatable line, say something funny, make fun of someone, and you'll see examples on your For You page all day, because people use songs on TikTok all day. It's literally, there are artists that you've never seen their face, but they're making millions off of the streams from TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. Yep.
So use all your songs. Don't ignore any of them. Those are your babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, show them up. Be proud of them.
Marley.
That was a great question. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah.
Really nice talking to you. This human design chart.
Yeah.
What exactly
Go to
is that?
jovianarchive.com and read up on your human design. You're either a reflector, manifester, projector, or a generator, or a manifesting generator. I personally am a manifester. So it's being a manifester makes things a little bit easier, I guess. But also I need to tell everyone what I'm doing all the time, which honestly is getting easier. But it just tells you how to use your energy centers. It does work with astrology, but it's more focused on like your energy type. So do some research on that. I'm not an expert on human design, so I can't tell you anything really unless you're a manifester in depth, but definitely do your own research. I encourage you and I hope you're inspired to like dive a little bit deeper with that.
Yeah, I'm totally into it. Thank you so much.
Super welcome. I think it'll help your music a lot. Talk to you soon.
Okay, yes. Bye.
Peace. By the way, everyone, don't forget, you can totally tip me. If you can't get a reading or anything, that's totally cool. You can, oh shit, I forgot to open the chat. Sorry, y'all. Now we can all talk again. So the link in my bio, there's a tipping option. If you want to like throw me a couple bucks, I'd be grateful. I still do eat. I am human. So please, I'm just kidding. I don't mind. Whatever you want to do. But the tipping option is right here. I also wanted to let you know too, I do have a 90-minute strategy call where I literally will build you a business plan. So if you want to open your own ranch, you want to start your own company. I actually used to work for Hewlett Packard, the printer company. I've worked for Apple for several years. I was contracted sales with them. I've also worked with Best Buy Corporate. Basically, anytime they like dropped a new iPhone, I would make the document that the blue shirt people would use to sell to people. So I'm very good at sales. I love marketing. It's something that I've always had to speak up for myself as a child. So promoting and marketing for other people is very easy for me. I would love to help you strategize with yourself and me, what that looks like for you. As you can see here, I'm here giving a lot of business advice, and I'm really here to help guide you in the right direction. Some little things just need to be tweaked. So if you want to have a very specific, hard, quick, direct planning session with me, I do have that available as a 90-minute strategy call where we just talk about how to get to the bag for you for 90 minutes, and we'll make a whole plan, which is super dope. Who's next? Jackie, what's poppin'?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, oh my God. Sorry, I'm shy right now.
You're good.
But I wanted to ask, so what if you know that you're like aware to heal your trauma and like what you need to heal, but you don't know like, and you know you need to do shadow work and light work, but you don't know like where or what to start from. You need to heal from your trauma because there's like many traumas that you need to heal.
Yeah. The ones that I think you should start with are the reasons that you cry, or when, you know, a friend of yours says something and it hurts you. Just sit with that. If someone says something about you and it makes you feel different, why? What is it about that thing? Did you not receive compliments, or did you get too many compliments as a kid? And then once you identify, you know, for example, what that feels like, then you can start to look at, okay, when did that start?
Mm-hmm.
Once you figure out when something started, then you can also go into, okay, this started at this age. For how long have I been experiencing this? And what can I do now to change it? So for me, like, I like to approach it as like, if someone says something and it hurts my feelings, or if someone does something and it affects me, why?
Right.
That's the biggest thing. And that's the most obvious thing. The other side of that is when you're doing shadow work and you want to figure out what you should be healing, why are you not going after your dreams? Why are you not pursuing your goals? That's another thing. Who told you that you couldn't be the person you want to be? Who told you to only wear that outfit or those types of clothes? Who told you that you couldn't be this or that person? That's what you want to identify, because whoever told you that, they're not telling you the truth, they're challenging you. A lot of people think, oh, my parents told me I couldn't do this, my grandparents said that. They did it because you're supposed to do it. When I was first working on TikTok, I told my mom, hey mom, I think I actually figured TikTok out a little bit. And like, I think actually make money after this. And she was like, you know, I think you should get a job. I told her that I was working on something, and she still suggested that. And it was a challenge. Not for her. She wasn't trying to challenge me. She was just trying to give me the best advice that her head could give me. But you got to believe in yourself. Anytime someone doubts you, take it as a great, thank you for your investment in my, I'm still going to do it investment group. Okay.
Right, because one of the things is that I really want to do is so I have a Sagittarius moon, right?
Right.
And one of the things that I grew up with is my mom would always tell me that I can't go out as much, and I don't think that's good for a Sagittarius moon itself, because I
No.
need to go out and be free and explore.
Yes.
And one of the things that I want to do is travel, so that is actually one of my goals. But knowing how my mom is, like, if I tell her, she's gonna be like, why? Like, especially Hispanic parents are so strict. There she's gonna be like, why? With what money? Do you think it's gonna be that easy? And, you know, all that like gets to you. So like it's
a
a
challenge.
struggle. I would say it's a challenge, because it's like, but I would also think, and that's why sometimes I rebel, and I guess I would say that's my Aquarius stellium, because my dominant planet is Uranus.
Who's in it?
So Uranus. My dominant planet is Uranus.
Yeah.
So my whole life I would always question and rebel against what my parents would say.
Yeah.
And it would just like make sense, but it's just sometimes I find myself like stuck inside my room and like, you know, feel trapped, like, because I don't know, like, I'm aware like how to do it, but I'm just scared because of what my parents are gonna say.
Right. So that's the fun part, really, is if your parents are constantly challenging you, you want to write down your goals around that. You know, your parents are there to keep you safe, but playing safe doesn't always get you what you want. So they're there to kind of balance you out. Still take your risk, but make sure that they're more calculated. Like I said before, I rarely do anything without researching it first. Even TikTok, I thought that, oh, okay, if I just watch everyone else blow up, I'll figure it out. I was fucking wrong. You do not get better at traveling by, you know, staying home.
Right.
You get better at traveling by traveling, missing flights, forgetting to pack toothpaste, you know, which is what I did, you know, just this week. You know, all these little things, you get better at it by doing it more and more and more, because you need to practice. So, you know, the best advice I can give you is, if they're telling you what they think, again, their objective is to keep you whatever their version of safe is. As long as you feel like you have the right friends in the right places, which having Aquarius stellium and a Sag moon, I'm a Sag moon, we make friends so quickly because we're so giving. Just rely on your friends to support you in the areas that you're struggling in. But at the end of the day, you got to go for it.
Oh yeah, that's actually funny, because I don't really like to make a lot of friends. I have like only like 3 close friends. Growing up, I really didn't like to have a lot of like group friends or a lot of friends, because I've always liked to stay in the back, like as a shy. But either ways, I know that I'm outgoing. I don't know if it's because
Aquarius likes to have the best cool friends. I don't know if you heard me say that earlier. You like to have the best friends.
I mean, that you're right.
Yeah.
We are selective.
Right. The more you travel and meet more people, then you can build that group out. But if we only have 2 or 3, that's not a problem. That's not a bad thing at all. But in terms of wanting to travel and create more freedom, we need to have people in places so we feel safe.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's my question. Thank you.
Appreciate your question. That was a good one. Thank you. Luxie was popping. Lux Lee.
Luxley. My name is Stephanie though.
Your name's what?
Stephanie.
Hey,
Lux
Stephanie.
is my brand, so I always put Lux.
Lit.
So I wanted to ask, would you suggest doing the group coaching and or the reading, even if someone's doing the one-on-one with you?
I recommend, are you talking about the group coaching for TikTok?
Yes.
I would recommend that if you're struggling to brand or market yourself specifically. I'm going to be going through ways to find your competition or like your peers and how to take their content and reformat it into your own. The biggest thing is my real goal is to encourage all of you to post 4 to 6 times a day easily with like very, like, I just want there to be less resistance because it's not that it takes a lot of time. I feel like it's just that I want to give you a process. I can give you that process in a reading, but the reading is way more designed towards me just looking at your chart and kind of answering questions around that. But the group coaching is going to be centered around what to post. And I'm going to be looking at everyone's 11th house to get a good idea of what they should be posting on social media, because the 11th house does rule over specifically groups of people. So if you have a zodiac sign, which you all do, over your 11th house, which you all do, that's what I'll pinpoint. But in a reading, I could talk to you a little bit more about Jupiter and Pisces and kind of how to format that energy and cater that energy to yourself.
Okay, so I should do that on top of the 90 days.
The 90-day, I'm excited to have you. Yes, I'm excited for sure.
All right.
Yeah, the more time we get together, the more I can pour into you.
That works for me because
Cool.
thinking about doing anything on TikTok, I'm struggling.
It's daunting at first. I promise I'm gonna work on your mindset so much that you're gonna be like, why wasn't I doing this earlier?
I'm gonna try. This is my 3rd class with you, so I believe in you.
Appreciate you stopping in.
Thank you.
Gratitude. Helena, hello.
Hey, Sunny. Hey, from New York. Hope it's treating you well.
I had such an interesting day. Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah. You can always find one of those here.
Yeah. My Airbnb guy tried to scam me twice already. I love it here.
No, that's not the good kind of interesting New York.
Luckily, I trust my intuition. So I'm just like, bro, I'm just because I'm not from New York doesn't mean I'm stupid. But
No, of course.
I appreciate him. I'm excited to meet him if I ever do.
Hey, that's a great outlook on it. All right. So my question for you is mainly centering around asteroids because I've been trying to look more into them and there's a lot of like mismatched information that I'm finding when trying to learn about them. So my first part of this question is Like, do you have any resources online that you would suggest for learning more about them in specific relation to like also the houses that they're in and like the signs that they reside in?
Yeah, so this is my friend's website. Her name's Empress Atlantis. She is a specific asteroid astrologer. The only reason why I even felt comfortable teaching asteroids is because I got a reading from her and we talked for like an hour literally about asteroids, and she kind of broke it down for me. If you're looking for a good website and resources, she's a Capricorn. She loves this shit. Her Patreon is dedicated to asteroid astrology specifically. And she has a lot of really great resources on her website. So that's where I would start. And she also has book lists. I have half of these books, like this book, Goddess here. I have this book. Honestly, such a good book for relationships. Chiron is a good book. I have that book. Centaur, Democloids is a good book. It talks about the four, well, there's more, but there's 4 centaurs that are in astrology. So like Chiron's for healing. Characlo is for, Pholus is for experimenting. Like, how do you experiment with your life? And each asteroid goes a lot more in. I'm so glad the asteroids finally came up. I wish it came up earlier.
Yes, I've been waiting.
Asteroids, that's where the sauce is. So Nessus is a great asteroid for also figuring out how to heal yourself. Nessus specifically talks about your everyone on TikTok's talking about their dark feminine whole time. They're fucking talking about Nessus, because Nessus is like how you use your darkness to do light. And it's just like all of these really cool things. I would check out her site. She's got tons of resources. Outside of that, I'm writing 2 books right now. I could share some notes with you if you want to like DM me. I could share some of my notes with you. Most of the asteroid sets that I'm studying right now are around money, relationships, sex, because those are like the 3 things that pretty much all humans talk about or have opinions on.
Yeah.
So that's where I would start with her. And then for sure, check out, she has asteroid sets too, which is just so dope. She's so,
oh wow, this is beautiful.
Yeah, she's mad talented. And I always gas my fucking friends because they're just all fucking
as
fine.
you should.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
So she has these asteroid sets. So like the love asteroids, and I have a different set of love asteroids than she does, but respect. But she has them listed out. So like Adam and Eve, Adonis, Inanen, and you can just go down the line. And then what you can do is king and queen, right? So if I wanted to find my queen, boom, I copy and paste. I go to astro.com. I click on horoscopes. On astro.com, I'm going slow because I know someone's going to ask me later, can you show me again? I'm going slow so you can do it with me or so you can pay attention. Okay. Yes. So go to astro.com, go to horoscopes, click on extended chart selection right here. And then you want to select your name. And then from the list, you can type in any of these numbers that are here over on her site. And then you want to, for example, I put in queen, what sign, what zodiac sign will my queen exhibit? I actually don't know the answer to this.
Yeah,
so
let's find out.
I'm hella excited. Okay, cool. Lit. Of course, I believe that. I believe it. She Cancer. Hold on, I believe it. Or she has Cancer in her chart. So, you know, how do you use this and apply asteroids? With asteroids, because there's not so much research, like astrologers are already like a 5% of the world. And then you talk about asteroids, that's like 1%.
Mm.
A lot of astrologers don't even know about asteroids. So when you're doing this research, the information is limited because the people are limited.
Yeah, that's
That's
definitely what I've been experiencing as well.
Yeah. So finding credible information is going to start with, when you look up the asteroid or when you look up the word, what is the foundation of the word?
Mm.
Or what is the story behind Hera?
Yeah.
Or, you know, Nefertiti or Caesar or any of these characters? I would have you actually go and study the story to actually understand the asteroid rather than looking for information on the asteroid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great advice. On top of that, I was wondering, do you have any asteroids that you would suggest looking into, sort of to help sort of looking into when you're curious about stepping into your power in relation to your own chart?
Hell yeah. I got hella asteroids. Hell yeah. All right, one sec. I'm gonna go to my asteroid set list.
I appreciate it.
Thanks. So I did a class on this last time, but this is one of my asteroid set lists. Me personally, I have a lot of Capricorn placements, so I really enjoy doing business with people, but I like doing business from the perspective of like teaching people business rather than like only doing business. So this is my personal asteroid set list. These are all the ones that attract money and wealth and success, because that's something I really enjoy. But these are my top 5 right here. And I actually do have, I did a class on these 5 right here: opportunity, enterprise, industria, academia, destiny, and karma. Opportunity obviously helps you create opportunity with yourself and with other people's money. Enterprise is how to start a company and then expand on it. So once you have a company that's doing good, consistent, then how do you make multiple McDonald's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Industria, what industry should you be partaking in alignment with your own vision? And then academia, what should you be studying that will attract wealth? Or what can you teach other people that will attract wealth and riches? Destiny shows kind of like a preset like function of how your money's going to happen for you. And then karma is karmically, when you do things with or for people, how do you attract money? So the way I do approach it is, for example, like karma.
Yeah.
I would go into the set list and I would type in the number of karma. And then we would look at, okay, karma's in the 8th house. What does the 8th house do? Study that. What does karma do? Well, okay, if I do this with people, so the reason why this one's important, I have mine at 29 degrees. So I become famous for the way that I use karma, because 29 degrees in astrology is a fame degree. So how do I use karma? In a scorpionic way, or with Scorpios. So the more connections that I have with people who have Scorpio placements, or the more people that, you know, Scorpio is a water sign. So what does water mean in astrology? Creativity, intuition. It has to do with, you know, power, control. What body part does Scorpio rule? All of these topics, right? So karmically, that's how you could use this particular asteroid. And these are just my top 5. Like I said, I did do a class on it
Mhm.
That class is right here. It's $97, but we talked for like 2 hours on how to grow your business using these asteroids. And there's live examples in the class. I go through all the zodiacs and everything too, and give you like kind of like a game plan per.
Mhm.
But this is my personal set. And then all the ones below it, like even Forbes, like how to acquire a spot on the Forbes list. I don't know why, I've just always wanted to be on the Forbes list.
Yeah.
Just because like my family's always been like poor as fuck. And like, I was like, okay, cool. Like, how do I touch or taste this? And I found the Forbes list asteroid and I was like, this could be helpful to somebody. So I do go over that in that video as well. And I showed some examples of celebrities too, who have their Forbes and it's literally in their industry. So it makes like, you can literally see people who are on the Forbes top CEOs in the world and their zodiac signs like line up exactly with their Forbes placement. And it's just so interesting.
Yeah, it sounds really interesting. So just like weaving together different pieces of information.
Yeah.
Figuring it out.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, cool. That was my main question.
Lit. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Major appreciation, a lot of gratitude for you.
You're super welcome. I love this. I love helping in this way. It's dope.
Love that. All right. Take good care.
Will do. I'll be talking about, okay, also to follow up on that, a lot of people have been expressing interest in asteroids. I'll be making more content. Because sometimes when I make asteroid content, people are like, bro, I don't even know what my Mars is. So I'm like, I kind of hesitate. But I feel like for the people who do care, I'm just gonna push it out. And those people who get it, get it.
Yeah.
Because asteroids are like, the planets are great. You know, midheaven, North Node, Chiron, all of that's great. But when we start getting into like these really, really deep ones, like Ganesha, like that's a really strong, like if you learn how to worship money in the right way and manifest with it, it can do a lot of things for you. And I've done spell work with these asteroids and it works. It really works when you invoke it in your own chart and you use the zodiac sign correctly. Obviously this class, now that we're in the Q&A, I can talk about this more freely, but that was a super good question. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for your super good answer.
Oh, yeah. Vibe. Cool. Brittany, what's popping?
Hi, Sunny.
How
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I've been trying to figure out what it is that I'm really trying to ask. And so just to tell you my placements this is about the 5th house. Okay, so I have my South Node in Leo. Would that be a problem?
No.
Would that get in the way of my destiny trying to express my Sun, Mercury, and Venus?
Your chart is never a problem.
Okay.
The problem is you need to learn about what your problems are. Your chart is a map. And when you're using a map, the map's never the problem. It's, are you following the map? Are you actually taking the directions that the map's giving you? Have you ever used MapQuest?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it suck when you take the wrong turn and now you're completely lost?
Yes, it does.
So the difference between MapQuest and GPS, MapQuest doesn't forgive. And it's not that it didn't want to. It's that if you did make a mistake, now you got to go back to wherever you made the mistake and go the right way.
Right.
Same thing with your chart. Is there's no bad placements. All these, I'm gonna call them assholes, who talk about astrology and say, oh, this is the worst zodiac, or this is that. That's so wrong, because every placement it's good at something and it's not good at something. So when we're talking about Leo, what did I say 20 times about Leo? What does Leo need to do to succeed?
Express yourself.
Perfect. So when you have South Node Leo, South Node represents your habits. So your habit that is slowing you down is that you express yourself too much. If you know that, that means that you need to let other people, or encourage or inspire other people to express themselves too, because now both of you are doing it and they don't feel like they're being left out, or you don't feel like you're being left out.
Okay.
So if you know your weakness, you can create a strength with it too.
Okay.
Just because it looks bad doesn't mean it's bad. There's nothing bad in astrology, and there's also nothing good until you learn how to use it. Right? So it's like, if you have a dull knife in the kitchen, that's bad. But if you have a super sharp knife in the kitchen, that can also be bad. Right? But it can, on both sides, it can be good.
Right. Just depends on how I use it.
Use it.
Okay.
Great question. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. You've already asked the question, but you were eating lobster tails and you didn't even send me none. So I'm not answering no more questions for you. But I do want to hear your voice, because I think you're laughing right now.
I'm sorry. Next time I'll make sure. Okay, I'll make sure that I don't eat no lobster tails around you. Okay.
But I appreciate it.
I'll do better. If I see you in person, I'll just buy you a whole motherfucking lobster. Okay.
That's crazy.
That's better. Oh, but my only question was when you was talking about the discovery calls and all that. So I had one with you today, but like we missed it. So like, is there like a way that, because like shit. Hold on. Is there a way that we can like reschedule it?
Yeah. So every so often, my readings will go over, or people will miss things. All you got to do is log in to Snipfeed through your email, and you can reschedule just by clicking login and then I'm a user, and then type in your email, and then it'll let you reschedule. No charge.
Okay, wait, so how do I say that again? Because I did try to do that, but it had brought me to the pay thing, and I was like, I already paid for it. I just want to reschedule.
Log in, hit I am a user, and then type in your email, and then log in.
Okay.
And then you can reschedule from there. If it still doesn't work, which it probably will, just DM me. I have a special link I'll just shoot to you, and we can reschedule through there.
Oh, okay. And I also had sent you on a message on Instagram about it, so you can just like disregard that message. Okay.
Got it. I'll probably still reply, but if I don't, I understand. I haven't had my phone like all day. So yeah, thank you for that question. Appreciate you. All right, y'all, I'm getting kind of hungry. I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm probably gonna take only a couple more. Again, if you need my direct help, I have readings available for you where I can give you personalized one-on-one attention. Also have classes and stuff coming up, as well as my Instagram DMs are open. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you shoot me a long paragraph about a lot of stuff and a bunch of placements, I just told you I'm tired and hungry, I'm probably not going to answer you. I'm going to answer you probably in a couple of days. Realistically, these classes are a lot to set up. So just so you know. Yeah, how do I say your name?
Yahira.
Yahira, hello. Nice to meet you.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Thank you for sharing your time and your knowledge with us. I had a question. So I've been doing everything as you know that you mentioned. I have my ancestors altar. I've been meditating. I've been posting like for a whole month. I posted every day on TikTok. I try to engage with the public and all this other stuff, but for some reason it's not catching on.
Can I look at your
And I'm sorry.
Can I see?
And I don't know. I just
What's your
would
handle?
like. I'm sorry.
What's your handle on TikTok?
Mostly I do holistic health.
What's your handle on TikTok?
What do you mean handle?
Your name.
The holistic Yaya.
Like this?
Let's see. The holistic Yaya, yeah.
Which one? This?
Yep, that's me.
Okay. Just you want my straight up answer?
Straight up, yes.
You're not following any trends. I can tell by looking. You might be using the trending sounds, but we wanna when we're posting. This is why I send out a trends list to my clients, is because you having a trends list, like for example, this is one of the first videos on my trends list.
Major bag alert, major bag alert, bag alert, major bag alert.
So this song is a trending sound on TikTok. What makes a trending sound on TikTok? It has 387.5 thousand videos, right? So that means a lot of people have used it. I can tell by looking at your page that you're not using that sound, because I don't see you on camera. And I can tell even with your readings, this is a good setup for a video. And the length of the video is good, but there's nothing that's pulling me into reading what's on the screen.
Okay.
Because when if I'm in bed and I'm swiping through TikTok, which I don't do, but when people are, you have to imagine when people are looking at your content, how do you get their attention? You literally have 2 seconds. You have 2 seconds to get people's attention. So I have some clients of mine that are readers, tarot readers.
Yeah.
What I tell them to do is look at the top readers, look at the top oracle readers, look at the top angels, look at the top affirmation coaches, and do what they do, right? So when I go look at hot high priestess and she's
Mhm.
doing tarot, I look at, okay, what did she do
This is for the people.
to get 22.2K likes? What did she do? Big thing on the screen. Can't stop thinking about that person. Why does she do that? Because there are people in the world who can't stop thinking about that person, which pulls you in, right?
Yeah.
It instantly pulls you in. So what I would suggest is, what can you talk about that brings, it's a hook. You have to hook. Okay. So
Okay.
you have to hook people to get them to stay for the next few seconds. The video length that you used is great. The sound that you used is great. The positioning of the cards is great, but there's nothing that's inviting me to read what's on the screen.
Okay.
So when you see this right here, you already know what the video is about to be about, but she didn't tell you yet. So now you have to stay.
Okay.
To hear it. When it's like, you ever meet someone and they just tell you way too much information way too quickly?
Yeah.
That's what you did.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like it's not a bad thing, but all you got to do is give them one sentence first, then give them the second sentence. Make people wait to the end of the video to get the whole thing. Because I've done this before, people get mad at me all the time. They're like, bro, you always post things and never explain yourself. And I have videos where I will sit down and break down every single zodiac by the Mars or by the this or that. No one watches it because why? I gave too much.
Okay.
So what do? I'll do, oh, this is for Aries. And then the rest of the 11 zodiacs have to wait.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So we want to have a little bit more patience. Also, find creators that you like and replicate their content. Do not do your own thing. If everyone's doing the cha-cha slide, why are you doing the salsa in the corner? Don't do that. Do the cha-cha slide with everybody. If everyone's sitting in front of the camera and shuffling on screen and making their videos 15 seconds long,
and this is for you,
and you see it working, do that.
Okay.
Everyone's trying to be so unique, but you have your own blood type, you have your own hair, you have your own past, you have your own healing journey, you have your own voice, you have your own set of cards. You're already different.
Okay.
You're already different. If you take someone's camera angle, it's because it's a good camera angle. And you should use what works.
Okay.
Do what works so you can get the right results. Your content isn't bad at all. You have the perfectly good idea, but we just want to use what looks familiar on TikTok. Because if someone sees Priestess's video and then they see you in the same kind of camera angle setup, they've already seen Priestess on the For You page. So when they see you in the same similar setup, they're going to be like, oh, I'm going to give this person 3 seconds and see what they have to say. That's better than no seconds.
Okay.
Once you get them past 3 seconds, boom, then you can start going into what the reading's actually about, you know?
Yeah.
So this is what I do. I follow top creators, but, definitely you want to start stepping into, the other thing is do what works. So like even my content, I haven't posted since yesterday. Like tonight when I get off, actually I haven't posted all day. This is the first day I think I've ever not posted. but I'm resetting. Why? Because I noticed that my videos go up a little bit in views. So what do I do at the end of the day when I'm done posting? I'll go and look at all my trending videos and say, oh, okay, this video did 300,000. Okay, I'm going to do that one again. I'm going to use that sound again. Whichever videos you have that are doing well, repeat those. And if you find a sound or something that works for you, repeat it. If you find a creator or someone shows up on your For You page in the same industry, do the same thing.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing great. Just small change.
Okay. Thank you.
And of course, I would love to coach you.
Oh, yes, for sure. I'm gonna book you because I really need one-on-one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For sure. Hey, yo, y'all talking about lobster too much, folks. I need some of that now. Y'all are talking about lobster too much. I'm already hungry. Christina, what's popping?
Hey, thank you also so much for this. It's been amazing. And my question was a placement.
Did you search it already?
Yes.
What did it say?
And I'm confused.
I
have a fixed Grand Cross in cardinal houses,
Ooh, I have that too.
and I feel like pulled in many directions. I
have that too. I read this book. It's called Choice-Centered Astrology.
Okay.
You don't have to buy it. I'm going to tell you what it said, but it's a good book. When you are pulled in multiple directions, you need to pick which one you want to use every day. So sometimes I have my Venus in Aries, so I'll operate out of that placement all day, 24 hours. What does that mean? I'll inspire and encourage people using that placement. Or if you want to use your Capricorn and do business, just focus on that for a day or 2 days or 3 days, whatever feels good. It's not that you have ADHD, it's that you have so many options and you need to be picky about what you want so you can use the right sign in your chart to get the right results.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I was just looking up some asteroids while you had pulled up your friend's site, and wow. I work as a photographer, and like the photography asteroid is like right on my ascendant, like
Isn't that crazy?
which is Leo, right? So
Isn't that crazy?
yeah, that just like it's amazing. Anyway, thank you so much.
You're super welcome. Yeah, just pick one. I have a Grand Cross too, and yeah, it's a pain in the ass unless you pick which one you're operating out of. Also, you need to lead. Everything you do, people expect you to be the leader. Even men that seem like the most like powerful men, they still want you to lead because your energy does that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
But thank you for the question. Jan.
Hello. Thank you so much for doing this. I know it's getting late, so I'm just gonna try to hurry up and ask my questions. So back to the medical astrology, do you know what rules over acne? Because growing up, I had like severe acne, and I just want to know like what's the astrology behind that?
Aquarius rules the skin.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So your Aquarius placement and house. So I used to have very bad acne too. I didn't solve it with astrology, but Aquarius rules skin. You should be looking into different, it could be also just where you live or your diet, but also your skincare routine. When you have Aquarius placements, you have to be mindful because what works for everyone doesn't work for you.
Yeah.
So you have to use, like, I use special oil on my skin. I use special cream on my skin because my Saturn is there. So like growing up, I had like terrible, terrible eczema. And I learned through experience, like if I want to like prevent that or like not scar, you got to invest that $50 into that vitamin C, you know, you got to invest into steaming your skin, keeping your skin cool, doing all kinds of things to your skin. Also, when you have Aquarius placements, it's more than likely too that you don't have an imbalance. It's just that you might not just be living in the right spot, or the things that you stress about causes your pores to clog in a way, which again could be highly related to diet. You know, your favorite food could be the thing that's really fucking you up.
Okay. Well, growing up, I've always had like a more healthier diet because it's my culture's food is actually like, I think they say that like it's one of the healthiest diets like in the world, but like so I still eat the same. I just don't have acne anymore. But I was just wondering like if the astrology placements and stuff could have affected that.
For sure.
Okay. Oh, and then just one more. So, I'm sorry, what?
One question.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Christina, what's popping?
I didn't have my hand up. You already called on me.
Oh, you were on the list. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I was like, thank you, you did it.
Okay, cool. Pee-wee, what's popping? I skipped Chelsea. Apologies. I'll come back to you. Pee-wee, are you there? I see that your camera's on. Your mic's muted though. Where's everyone getting crab from? Y'all are in the chat talking about lobster and crab. That's crazy. It won't let you unmute. I'm gonna ask.
Yes. Hey.
Yo, how are
Yo,
you?
what up, Sunny?
How you doing?
Doing good. First
Lit.
of all, I love you so much. Thank you for putting on this class.
Love you. Come to the next one.
I will.
Cool.
There. Okay, so I have a lot of Leo placements. It's my moon, it's my Jupiter. My 11th house is Leo, and it's also like in my Saturn. So I already have a TikTok. Where are you? I only need to see your face. Okay, hi. I already have a TikTok page that's doing pretty good. And I just had a video hit 2 million views.
Let's go.
So lit. And so with just that video, right, I gained over 11,000 followers.
Of course.
So now I'm at like 32,000 or 31,000 or something like that. Anyway, so my whole thing is that specific page is more so just a personal account, like and it's mostly me, my daughter doing like the trend videos. Like, so my question is, when it comes to, I'm the type of person who like I want to do everything. Like I want to share more spiritual content and yoga and all that kind of stuff, should I make a separate TikTok page?
Never.
Because I want to do everything, dude. Like, just put it all on the same page.
The thing is, when you start trying to manage separate accounts, you're separating your energy too. When you are doing well, repeat what you did on the first account, the same video. What's your account handle, by the way?
It's peewee dot y or period ya period bish.
Here. Oh, you can't see my screen. Here. Did you mute yourself by accident?
Yeah. So wait, my video's missing. Why is that?
Did you pin it?
I did.
Yeah, it doesn't show up on the computer. I don't know why.
Okay, well, it'll be on there.
Here it is.
Go in the room and I sit down. Okay, where are you sitting down? You sitting down on a chair or is this, at your desk? Yeah, I'm at my desk. So you're minding your own business. I'm minding my own business. So I go in the room and I sit down. Okay, where are you sitting down? You sitting down on a chair or is this?
I really love you because I have so many people who have kids that don't include the kids in their TikToks.
Yeah.
It is so good to teach kids how to express themselves on camera early because it'll make it so much easier later on in life to express themselves wherever.
I love that.
I would not separate anything. What I would do, when did you post this? Okay, very good work. What I would do is repeat more dialogue content because your views started to go down a little bit. So I would just focus on finding more sounds similar to this.
And I sit down.
With dialogue. Because if it worked once, it's more than likely if people followed you for that, don't switch up the content yet.
Okay.
Whenever I find something that works, I run that motherfucker back to back to back, because if it worked once, it's gonna work again because people already told you that they liked it by liking it, commenting on it, sharing it. Okay. So that's going to be the best thing. Including yoga and other things into your trends is going to be smart because now it can be mommy-daughter content, including, we actually take care of ourselves and our mental health and our spiritual health too. And then you'll attract the spiritual moms as well, the spiritual kids as well. Just integrate it. When I first started talking about astrology, I mostly just talked about astrology. And then I also started talking about, kinks, BDSM, relationships, money, how to get rich, how to post, all the things that I already talked in my own personal life about. I just exposed it through the lens of astrology.
Right.
Yeah. So
okay.
I would not separate your energy. I would just include it slowly in, and people will then, that's how you brand yourself is, you're not just a one-dimensional person. Everyone thinks when they get on TikTok that they should just be posting one thing. And I'm like, why would you niche so fast? Just be yourself, talk about what you fuck with, and then the people that fuck with you will come through. And if you're following the trends like you are, just make sure that you are making a good, solid attempt at, this is something else that we do. And it's included in the trend.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when my daughter doesn't have to be in every video though. Or should I include her as much as I can? When it comes to spiritual knowledge.
Again, I would say just if it did really well the first time, run it back.
Okay, keep that momentum.
Yeah, because
So I go in the room and I
you
sit
did this
down. Okay,
video,
where are you sitting down? When your energy is low.
but then you switched up the content right away. So
I go.
So if it were me and I was coaching you and I saw this, I'd be like, okay, do that sound again with different clothes, and then just change this.
Facts.
Right? If it worked once and it got 237.8 thousand likes, but then we're switching up the sound,
When your energy,
that's where the fall off is.
Okay.
So you'll see me, sometimes people will be like, bro, you're done with this sound. And it's probably because I used it 20 times. Yeah. So when it works, use it over and over. Y'all should be using euphoria sounds because that's what everyone's watching right now. Y'all should be using the top songs. And no, you don't have to include it every time, but definitely if something works, run it back. That was a good question. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's so helpful. I love you. Go eat and get the hell off Zoom.
I'll take one more and I'm outie. All right. Chelsea.
Hello.
What's poppin'?
What's good? I wanted to ask if I could have like a mini chart reading.
Right now?
Well, you said 3 minutes, you said a long time ago, probably an hour ago, 3 minutes or something. I just wanted an in general
What's your question? Because most of the time I don't need to look at charts. I've read enough.
Oh, okay. So
what's your question first? You don't know?
No, I do know, but
What is it?
okay, I wrote it down. Hold on.
It's 12:30.
Don't laugh.
It's 12:30.
I know. Okay, hold on.
Shorty, what? What's your question?
Okay, so all right, so basically my question was I'm a Taurus rising, and I was saying because I always have major neck pains for no reason. And Taurus rules the neck.
Yeah, facts.
So is that does that I don't know. Does that do you know what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're trying to say, but all these people listening to you talking is hilarious. I'm intuitive. I know exactly what you're asking me. You need to pay more money for neck massages. You need to drink tea.
Okay. What kind of tea?
For you, I would suggest if you could get tea with roses in it, that would be good. You're Venusian. You need to be bougie. You need to take care of your body. Your neck being the primary spot. Yeah. It's better if you need to put money anywhere, it's into your muscle routine. Things like that.
Yeah, I bought so many pillows, and my neck just won't.
That's not.
It just won't do it.
Nah.
It still hurt.
I don't even like sleeping with pillows because they prop your neck up. That is mad unhealthy. You actually need to probably sleep on the ground.
What?
Yeah. Oh, think about it. If you're sleeping with hella pillows and having back issues, get rid of the other shit and you'll probably get a different result, right?
Yeah, I heard about that because I heard I don't know, I heard sleeping
On the ground.
Yeah, on the ground. Like it strains your back and stuff.
No, it doesn't.
What?
People
Oh.
people aren't used to laying on the ground, because if you're propping your neck up and it's bringing you pain, stop. You don't need more pillows or different pillows. You need no pillows. Try that. And then after a week, let me know.
Okay.
But
So
if what you're doing right now is not working, stop it.
okay.
That's like, it's like the again, if you're driving down this road and it's a dead end, why would you go down again and then turn around and go back down into the one way, or excuse me, the dead end? That's what you're doing.
Mm,
Cut it out.
okay.
All right. Good question. All right, y'all. Appreciate everything. We've been here for 4 hours. I'm done. Gratitude, peace, and blessings to all of you who made it to the end of this video recording. Amazing job. I'm surprised you stayed this long. Just kidding. I've done 9-hour classes before. I need to go eat, and I don't even know if I can order anything actually, because yeah, but I'm definitely about to sleep because I have to wake up bright and early and read some clients. And I have to coach some people tomorrow on how to go viral and how to get bands, baby. So I look forward to talking to all of you soon. Happy full moon. The next class that I do, I'm going to be doing it a few days earlier than the actual moon. So that'll give us time to do a manifestation ritual. And I'm going to be showing us how to actually like manifest. And also I think based on kind of like what y'all talked about and asked today, I think I'm going to be making a lot more content on medical astrology and on, which is like the body astrology, and then also asteroid content. It seemed like y'all really rock with that, lean with it. So I'm going to definitely step into that just based off of what, did he say ass or class? I said class, goofy. What's wrong with you? So let's definitely dive in. I think it's going to be good for everybody to, study themselves a little bit. But yeah, wherever you have placements in your chart, that medical astrology is really going to slap different for you, right? And even me, I'm a Pisces stellium, and I definitely have always had cold feet. Relationships have always been interesting for me. No, I'm just kidding. I live in Minnesota. That's really the issue. But the more you study your body, the more you study your chart, the more you get in tune. Again, I did give you that natal chart, how to read your chart guide. So please go and use this. It's really helpful. And if you missed it, all 3 times that I posted in the chat, it's $2.22. Go grab that. Study your chart, because you studying your chart, there's so much I can teach you. But if you still don't know what Virgo means, what Aries means, what the 8th house means, I can't teach you more. Okay. So I'm making sure that this course is super affordable, or I just gave it to you for free. Just go read it, try it out. My Cash App is Sun the Pisces, $ Sun the Pisces. My Venmo is Sunny MF Money. The more you study your chart, the more you get to step into this energy for yourself, okay? But if you don't study it at all and you come to class and you ask me, what's 1 + 1, and we're talking trigonometry, that's on you. That's not on me. Okay. Do the research because it's only going to benefit you. All right. And I really want to see you win. I really want to see you succeed, but you got to meet me halfway. And I'm not even asking you to really meet me halfway. I'm already 80% of the way towards you. So meet me at 20 something, please. I really fuck with y'all heavy, but this is so important. All right. Will this be sent? Yes, I'll be sending this whole recording out. When they're 4 hours long like this, it takes some time, and I'm in a different city with different Wi-Fi. So like I said in the actual sign up, give it 72 hours. Typically, it doesn't take me that long, but give me 72 hours to get this back to you. I have to rest, do other things, and help other people as this is uploading and everything. I'll shoot you an email, and check back with me in like a couple days or so. If you DM me, I'll just send you the recording link, and then you can just watch it, download it, whatever you want to do. But most definitely super excited. Like I said before, I lowered the reading prices for everybody, and I do have all these other classes coming up here in the next few days, especially this Go Viral TikTok group coaching. This is going to be lit. I'm going to literally be helping people go viral, because once you go viral, your neck issues go away. And guess what? Then you can start to buy more crab and lobster. You feel me? I think that's the goal. We should all be having no neck problems, and we should all be eating crab and lobster. You feel me? If you're into that. All right. Y'all. Don't be sorry. You inspire me. On God. So I really fuck with all of you. Shoot me a message saying what you learned. Shoot me a message saying what you enjoyed. Post a video about what you liked. All of that stuff really helps me know I'm doing a good job, and it motivates me to keep going. So testimonials, reviews, saying, yo, this was 5 stars out of 5 stars, I would recommend it. All of that really helps. But if I don't hear anything, I don't know. And it doesn't help me know what to make for you next. Because I'm here to help. I really, I think I've said this before in other classes, but my real objective is to have the best funeral ever. I want the best people that I've ever met to be there, and I want to be at their funeral, depending on who goes first. Whoever croaks first, it ain't gonna be me, but I want the best people at my funeral. So where do you review? You can send me a review in an email. You can shoot me a DM on Insta. You can post something on TikTok and just tag me in it. You can post something on your story and just say a few words about what you experienced, what you liked, would you recommend it, what did you learn, some topics like that. And again, I'll appreciate it deeply, and I'll be able to put it in a good spot. So thank you all so much again. Happy full moon. Make sure to go peep the moon. Make sure to express yourselves and encourage and inspire others as well. I'm extremely proud of all of you for stepping into this space. It's very vulnerable, but I also understand too, this is my light work. A lot of my shadow work I wasn't expressing myself years ago either. And I begged for this opportunity. So now that I'm here, I'm going to share as much as I can with the people who are willing to receive it. And again, I really am excited for all of you. Can I leave lobsters on my gravestone with butter sauce? I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Girl, if you don't send me them that food tonight, we gonna have issues. I'm just playing. But yeah, gratitude once again. Love you all. Maintain your peace by being peaceful. Follow your dreams by taking a chance and express yourself. Hop on TikTok. I showed you multiple people that are having a lot of really good results. And, you know, I'm here to support you. So definitely, you know, just try it for 30 days. The worst that can happen is that it'll work. The worst that can happen outside of that is you tried and you just need to try a little bit differently. All right. So peace, send those reviews, sign up for the next class, get registered for the Go Viral TikTok group coaching. I'm going to be promoting that. So get in. I'm only taking 50 people. So by the way, you know, I'm a master promoter. So if you don't get in, that's not on me. You have until February 24th. I usually fill up my classes before that. So if you've been on the fence about it and you want to learn how to go viral and make money, this is that opportunity. It'll only benefit you and your family. Never in my life have I ever been able to send my mom money whenever I feel like it and travel and get tattoos and meet cool people. I spent a year on TikTok. Now I'm doing all that shit. I can help you do whatever you want to do within that space too. Just let it happen. All right. Peace, love, gratitude. I'll talk to y'all soon.